A few more win-loss games to go. Final questions from you and the boys on the NFL as we break this thing down right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Tom and Pellicero in for Rich.
Rich Eisen here. Running a small business means every hire matters. A bad hire costs time and money, but the right one helps your business grow. The challenge? Finding that person without sorting through resumes. That's where LinkedIn Hiring Pro comes in. It screens candidates so you can focus on conversations with qualified talent. With Hiring Pro, you can hire with confidence and build the team you need. Join the 2.7 million small businesses using LinkedIn to hire. Get started by posting your job for free at linkedin.com/Eisen. Terms and conditions apply. Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same-day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay.
Hey, O's fans, kick off your weekend with Party at the Yard, presented by Coors Light. Every Friday home game, hit the Coors Light Roof Deck and Legends Park for happy hour featuring $5 12-ounce Coors Lights when gates open until 1 hour after first pitch. Enjoy live music, photo ops, and entertainment all night long. And welcome a special guest splasher who will keep the good vibes going in the bird bath. Party with the O's on Fridays. Visit Orioles.com/party at the yard.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. And on the last Sunday of every month, Doug Henry is open. Your weekend just got a little easier when you're looking for a car because you can shop at Doug Henry of Greenville on Sundays. Visit Doug Henry for the biggest selection of used cars. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Mention Pirate Radio for $500 off any vehicle. Right on the corner and always right on the price. Doug Henry of Greenville. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsey Gray with Carolina Caliber. It's time for bats, balls, and turkey calls. Working on that grand slam? Swing into turkey season with a perfect shotgun to knock that gobbler out of the park. Brite, Mossberg, Weatherby, Savage, Beretta, Rossi, CVA, and Browning, you name it, we've got it. Choose from the largest selection in Eastern NC. We'll make you blow fans away. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
This is Dr. Christopher McDowell from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's time for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experience and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates.
Looking for Washington's favorite place to eat? The spot locals keep coming back to. Head to Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Now open 7 days a week, Down on Main is serving up all your favorites. From the house salad with grilled chicken, to the half club and chips, to the crowd-pleasing fried shrimp plate. After a long day, unwind with dinner and drinks on the patio. It's the perfect place to relax and catch up with friends. And don't miss Wednesdays, half-price wings from 4 till close. Down on Main Street, right on Main Street in historic downtown Washington.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed.
Brooks Hill joining us. We all want to know, did the Binghamton Black Bears win another championship?
Absolutely we did. We We won it on Saturday night in Game 4, beating the PD Ice Cats 4-2. So we got to do it in front of a sold-out crowd, and then we burnt the town to a ground, they would say.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, exclusively on Pirate Radio, Pirate Radio TV on YouTube, and on the Pirate Radio app.
Welcome back to the Rich Eisen Show. Tom Pelissero in for Rich. Great conversation just now with Randy Moss, live from a boat. Where else would he be? Got a new fishing series.
Love
and
it.
As you can tell, Randy would rather talk fishing and hunting more than anything else, including football in the world. And he announced big news. He'll be in Minneapolis apparently for the draft in 2028.
I know.
I informed him and he said, I'm coming. So there it is. Get your 84 jerseys out.
84 jerseys out.
Still loves it. We got a few more.
I said years ago that Dion and Randy Moss having a fishing show together would be the greatest thing ever, and I still think it would be, but this is interesting.
I mean, we're halfway
He's got the Kelsey brothers on the show. He's got his old compadres, Chris Carter, Jake Reed on the show as well.
Oh.
There are some people, by the way, still, like you'll every now and then walking around Minneapolis, you'll see someone with an 18 jersey, Randy's number in the preseason, his rookie year. You have to wonder, like, go back in time when, remember, teen numbers were not cool for wide receivers. Like, there was basically nobody had a number in the teens unless you were like a practice squad guy or somebody who didn't have a real number yet. So Randy switches from 18 to 84 right before week 1 in 1998. It could have been 18 being enshrined and in the Ring of Honor and all that. Robert in Ontario, California. What's going on, Robert?
Hey, man. How you doing? Thanks for taking my call.
You got it. What's shaking?
So I wanted to do the win-loss after hearing because I'm a Green Bay fan. Want to do the win-loss, but I really want to talk about the Raiders and Fernando Mendoza.
Mm-hmm.
They should sit him for the year. I mean, they got this team together. Let this team find themselves, and then put him in maybe towards the end of the season. But other than that, they should just have him sit, because you don't want to risk an injury, and you don't want to be looking for a quarterback 2 years from now.
I'm in the same boat, and so is Clint Kubiak, more importantly. It's a matter of having that time. It's all about when you're ready. There's no, timeline that's for everyone. It's kind of like injuries. Yes, you can roughly estimate where it might take place, but some guys progress faster. He's got a lot to learn. I'd be surprised. Now, very little shocks me in the NFL. I would be surprised if Kirk Cousins is not the Raiders quarterback in week 1 and for a bulk, if not all, of this season. You want to do Packers win-loss, correct, Robert?
Let's do it.
Yes, let's rock it.
All right, week 1 at Minnesota.
W, sorry, Randy Moss, but W.
Week 2 at Jets.
Another W.
Week 3, home against the Falcons on Thursday night.
That'll be a W.
Week 4 at Tampa.
I'll take that as an L.
Week 5, home against the Bears.
W.
Week 6, home against the Cowboys on Sunday night.
W.
Week 7 at Detroit.
L.
Week 8, another short week, Thursday night against the Panthers.
L.
Ooh. Week 9 at New England.
W.
Week 10, home against the Vikings.
W again.
All right, that's 7-3 into the bye for the Packers. They're probably right in the NFC North race right now. Week 12 at Rams on Wednesday night, Thanksgiving Eve.
That'll be an L.
Week 13 at New Orleans.
W.
Week 14, home against the Bills, Sunday night.
That's an L.
Week 15, home against the Dolphins.
W.
Week 16, at Bears on Christmas.
W.
Week 17, home against the Texans on a Monday night.
L.
And Week 18, home against the Lions.
W.
It's 11-6 for the Packers. Would you like 11-6, Robert? Would that be successful pending playoffs?
Well, yeah, but LaFleur and Love, honestly, their seat's going to be warming up this year if they don't at least get to the second round or possibly NFC Championship, because too talented of a team to not be there. And of course, they got rid of a lot of pieces, so it's almost starting from scratch, but not really.
You're listening to Brockman too much.
It's almost like Robert is saying.
It's almost as if he took your exact point from yesterday.
For Jordan Love. Interesting.
LaFleur just got a contract extension. Love is a borderline top 10 quarterback. Certainly you want to have more success. Micah Parsons, when exactly he's 100%, that's obviously going to be a big part of this as well. See how it plays. Let's get one more here. Rob and Charlotte.
Rob.
Panthers win-loss. Rob, are you ready?
I'm ready, Tommy. We did it 2 years ago. Let's do it again, you and me.
Yeah, all right, here we go. And this will probably go better than that one. Week 1, home against the Bears.
Going to win the home opener. Haven't had one in a couple of years.
Week 2 at Atlanta.
Win at Atlanta.
Week 3 at Cleveland.
Definitely win at Cleveland.
Week 4, home against the Lions.
We'll win one more.
4-0 at the bye for the Panthers. Week 6 at Philly.
That's a loss.
Week 7, home against the Bucs.
Lose at home to the Bucs.
Week 8 at Green Bay. Short week on a Thursday night.
That's a loss.
The wheels have come off the Panthers. Week 9, home against the Broncos.
Another loss.
Uh-oh.
Week 10 at New Orleans.
That's a win.
All right. Week 11, home against the Ravens.
That's a loss.
Week 12 at Bucs on Monday night.
They win at the Bucs.
Week 13 at Minnesota.
That's a win.
Week 14, home against the Saints.
Beat the Saints at home.
Week 15, home against the Bengals.
Beat the Bengals at home.
Week 16, date to be determined. Could be an NFL Network game on a Saturday at Pittsburgh.
That's a loss.
Week 17, home against the Seahawks.
That's a loss.
All right, so 9-7 with 1 to go. It's the NFC South, so this could be for the division title.
Win it.
Week 18, home against the Falcons.
Beat the Falcons, win the division.
10-7.
Okay.
For the Panthers. Thank you very much, Rob, for the phone call.
Okay.
This schedule, man. When you start just breaking it down like that, and all the short weeks, long weeks, international games, the Packers one in particular. I mean, it's all over the place when you look at it. You have, how many normal weeks? Week 1 to week 2 is normal. Then it's a short week.
Yep.
Then a long week. Then two. All right, you get 3 normal weeks in a row. After that, short week to a Thursday, long week, normal week to the Vikings, bye, but it's only a half a bye, to a Wednesday game, to another half a bye, to a Sunday game, couple normals, then a Friday game, then a Monday game. I guess it's more normal weeks than I thought when I was going through it, but it's just a lot. You see Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, 2 Thursdays, actually. There's no such thing as a normal week anymore. Like you're going to be absolutely scrambling in your brain to figure out what day of the week it is if you're the Packers coaching staff. And they're not the only ones. I don't mean to play the violin for the Packers here. They did, it seems, get out of the Paris game last minute. Steelers end up going to face the Saints in Paris. Yep. That would have been another hill to climb. But when you get multiple holiday games, maybe that gets you out of the international slate. Hey, you got to play on a Wednesday and a Friday. We'll get you out of the 8-hour flight, which I assume they could fly direct out of Green Bay. Nobody else can fly direct from Green Bay to Paris. You would think they can. They've probably got the capabilities to do that. It's been fun.
Man, great to see you, Tony.
The past couple of days here. Thanks to everybody for listening on ESPN Radio. NFL Network coverage rolls on. I'll be in the Insiders tonight. I'll be on the Insiders basically every weeknight, 7 p.m. Eastern time, all the way through until they tell me I'm not anymore. And I'll be back here late July as well.
So it's not
days with you fools.
So it's not goodbye. See you later.
Thank you very much. Tom Pelissero in for Rich. Appreciate you listening.
The NFL schedule dropped, and it's time to settle up. There's road trips to plan, hotels to book, tickets to split, tailgates to cover, scores to settle, all the things for the season. But now, when you send $10 or more to a friend with PayPal by May 28th, you could win 2 tickets to every home game of your favorite team. Yep, the whole season. Visit paypal.com/P2P sweeps. No purchase necessary. See website for details, including how to enter by mail. Brought to you by PayPal, official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL.
Your summer starts now with Memorial Day deals at the Home Depot. It's time to fire up summer cookouts with the Nextgrill 4-burner gas grill on special buy for only $199. And entertain all season with the Hampton Bay West Grove 7-piece outdoor dining set for only $499. This Memorial Day, get low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. While supplies last, pricing valid May 14th through May 27th. U.S. only, exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
This is a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes. In Major League Baseball yesterday, it was the Rays taking on the Orioles. You heard the game right here on Pirate Radio.
The 1-2. Alonso hits it high and deep to center field. DeLuca's on the run. He's way back there, and it's off the wall. Blaze Alexander scores. Rounding third and heading home is Rutschman, and he scores a 2-run double for Pete Alonso.
That audio courtesy of the Orioles radio network. Rays win it 16-6. Connor Norby went 1 for 3 for the Miami Marlins in a 12-0 rout of the Atlanta Braves. The Guardians beat the Tigers 8-2. The Yankees beat the Blue Jays 7-6. Jeff Hoffman pitched an inning and struck out 2 for Toronto. And the Rockies beat the Rangers 7-6. North Carolina native Mackenzie Gore got his 4th loss of the season for Texas. He went 1 inning, allowing 2 runs on 3 hits and striking out 2. This has been a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes.
Jeff Stein here, back at you from Brown & Wood Buick GMC. And check this out, Pirate fans. We got Envision, Buick, Encore GX, Envistas, and Enclaves, all at 0.9% and up to $2,250 off. For service, we've got buy 3 tires, get 1 for $1, only at Brown & Wood Buick GMC. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer. Only at Brown & Wood, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. With 2 great locations already serving our community, Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And we're growing. A brand new location is coming soon on Highway 11 right across from Aiken-Crifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
Summer's here. You're at the beach, halfway up a mountain, finally relaxing, miles from home.
And then your phone buzzes. Not panic, just a quick check-in. Because with SCI, you already know what's going on.
Real-time alerts, 24/7 monitoring, full control of your home or business, right from your smartphone.
So while you're making memories, you're never wondering what's happening back home.
SCI Security, because you don't get security system for the days nothing happens. You get the system for the moment something does.
Travel smart, travel secure, and protect what matters.
Call today and get protected before your next trip.
Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with Unshakable Builders. Now building in Sutherland Estates in Greenville and Dolostone Court in Wilson, with homes available now. And stay tuned, Cross Creek Townhomes in Greenville and Whitaker Glen and Farmville are coming soon. Browse available homes, explore floor plans, and see past projects today at unshakablebuilders.com. Have questions? Use live chat, fill out the contact form, or call the office at 814-9105. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
Close your eyes and picture this. Sizzling fajitas hitting the table, fresh seafood bursting with flavor, and a handcrafted margarita waiting in your hand. That's the experience waiting for you at La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood on 10th Street in Greenville. From brunch with friends to a quick lunch break, La Tavara brings the taste of the coast and the heart of Mexico together in every bite. So when you're hungry for something fresh and unforgettable, make it La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood, 10th Street in Greenville, or online at latavara.com.
Baltimore Orioles baseball.
Runner at second. 2-1. Hit in the air, high and deep. Out to right field. Jones back at the wall, leaping at the fence, and it's gone. Just out of his reach. It is gone for Adley Rutschman. He wasn't sure. He stopped at second base. He's looking around. There go the lights. There goes the horn. Here come the fireworks. It's a goner for Rutschman.
Catch all the action right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Line drive into right center field. Burris around third. He'll tie the game. Herring gets to third base. RBI single by Austin Irby.
This is the Pirate Nation, and we are Pirates because all you have to do to get anybody excited here is go, Purple!
You guys are rocking. The city's awesome, and I love you guys.
Sumo Konbe hit. Driven back. ECU standing tall.
The biggest thing about Pirate Nation is we kind of get it for as small a community as we are. We really get everybody involved.
Y'all are intimidating guys. I'm saying y'all are famous. Y'all are celebrity type guys, and that's intimidating.
We never lose a tailgate. That's the one thing. Undefeated.
Go Pirates! Yeah.
Live from the First Flight Credit Union Studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to what could be an interesting hour one of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here in the First Flight Credit Union studio. First Flight, taking better care of our community. Stop by one of their local branches in Greenville, New Bern, Havelock, Moorhead City, and Cary. We are live on Pirate Radio, 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. You can find us on the Pirate Radio app, powered by Carolina Caliber, and come hang out with us on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV. Give us a like, subscribe, and let us know what is on your mind. How you feeling about the Pirates' chances this weekend in Clearwater? How you feeling about their chances to make it as an at-large in the NCAA tournament if it comes to that? We'll talk a lot of Pirate baseball on today's show with our guest, Brian Bailey, coming up in hour number 2. He talked to Coach O, Dr. Gary Overton, on the Brian Bailey Show earlier today. A lot of great ECU baseball talk. We'll talk about that and what's going on around the local area and world of sports. Brandon Golden joins us. We'll get his thoughts on the Pirates in Clearwater. He's been there with East Carolina. He knows how they turn it on this time of year. We'll talk about the late success ECU has had in past seasons, and can that repeat this year? Looks like it already might with the way they played against FAU last weekend. We got Brandon Manning joining us, hour 3. We'll throw in a little football talk with Bryce Williams, Slim 80, and some hockey talk with Brooks Hill, play-by-play voice of the Binghamton Black Bears, and our resident Caniac. It'll be Canes and Canadiens coming up Thursday, game 1 of the Stanley Cup Eastern Conference Final. Got Shirley Rhodes here. We got intern Victor. We've got intern Avery. We've got a giveaway I'll tell you about in a moment. Jared Watkins back. Second day in a row. Leg elevated. What's up, J-Bone?
What's up, Clip? How you doing?
Jarrett Watkins, also known as J-Bone.
I know Jarrett wants to talk some NBA after an epic game 1 of the Western Conference Final last night. Jared said he was looking forward to that game, that series, more than any other series in recent memory, and game 1 lived up to the hype.
Absolutely. I mean, double overtime. I think the second double overtime game in conference finals history.
And, boy, a star was born, if he wasn't already a star. Yeah. Victor Wembanyama was amazing. And to my left, Mike Mullis, a.k.a. Mully, who is in an interesting mood today. What's up, Mully?
Strong side? Is that what I'm supposed to do when I sit here?
What is going on?
Weak side? I don't know which one am I.
Mully he's on one, as the kids say. I don't know what's going on with you today.
No, man, beautiful day. Tons of college baseball. It's a good day.
All right.
Jay Broken Bone over here hanging out.
All right. Mully's feeling it today. So, we will have fun here the first couple of segments with the Mully Man talking baseball. We got a couple of conference tournaments going on. We talked to Danny Beal yesterday. He is in Charlotte watching the ACC tournament. And it looks like we just had a dinger by the Stanford Cardinal. It is 1-1 in that game in the third inning. How about Stanford and Cal meeting in Charlotte?
Makes perfect sense.
Conference tournament.
Total sense.
And Kentucky's about to get on the board early, Mully, in the top of the first inning. A run is across. They lead Vanderbilt 1-0 on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck. Today is a big day. Speaking of baseball, how about your chance to win tickets to go see the Down East Bird Dogs? So hour one, we'll do a giveaway. 2 tickets to a Down East Bird Dogs game and lunch for 2 to tiebreakers. Shirley, how about we do that at the end of this segment? We'll open up the phone lines, 252-317-1250. You can win 2 tickets to a Down East Bird Dogs game and lunch for 2 at tiebreakers. And then coming up in hour 3, we'll do 2 more tickets to a Bird Dogs game and lunch for 2 at Chico's. So that's coming up in hour 3. We'll do a giveaway at the end of this segment for you to have lunch for 2 at tiebreakers. A great place, obviously, to watch a game and eat a good meal, Mully.
Yeah, I would enjoy accompanying whoever the winner is, since they have room for 2.
Win a date with Mully.
How about that?
A man date.
I mean, you can't beat that.
Old arm sleeves getting hit pretty good here, Mully. That went to the warning track.
Yeah, just throwing soft outs.
Okay.
No big deal.
No big deal. It is 1-0 Kentucky.
No big deal.
Mully, the Pirates. I love projections. Did you know that?
Oh, man, we're going into the week, and and even last week, I've been asked a million times, like, what about this way? And every time, all I think about is, who's you, Clip?
Well, that's why.
You're surely the one person I know that absolutely loves the.
Well, you just said people are asking about it. You got to know the information.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm not upset with you.
Okay. But I'm saying you love the useless prognostications.
I don't think they're useless at all.
I mean, to most people.
I know they're not definitive.
I got him going now.
But you think I'm going? And you're jumping on his side?
I know you.
Interesting.
I say yeah to everything.
Okay.
He just took some pills, man. He's going through some stuff over here.
Calcium. Calm down.
I just know you enjoy it, and it's interesting. And going into the last week of the conference, all the scenarios were ideal for people that like that, because if this happens and this happens, and quite frankly, what the Pirates did was remove the drama by winning all 3. So.
Still some drama.
Well, going into Sunday, I mean, it was still interesting, but they certainly handled business.
Yeah, and I mean, a huge result happened earlier today, if you believe the prognostications and think they are valid, because NC State is right there with East Carolina as one of the last 4 in, and they gave up 21 runs to Duke.
Man.
And were knocked out of the ACC tournament, and Elliott Avent said they should be a lock for the tournament. I'm happy about State's downfall, but that team kicked our ass twice. I'm not, if the roles were reversed, I think we'd be saying we should get in over ECU since we beat them twice. So I'm not, I'm happy they lost or whatever, but I'm not going to dance on their grave too much.
I think your bigger stories the rest of the way are the other conferences, Sunbelt, the Conference USA, the more quote-unquote equivalent conferences. If there's an upset there, they end up having.
We need one bid leagues to have their best team win,
and that's the answer to the question. That's correct.
Yeah, that's a good point. I need to. All right, Mully, I'm gonna do some homework on that.
Do it, babe.
Tim Corbin's still getting it done, Mully.
Yeah. Corb's been around for a long time, and certainly has changed that program. Vandy not had the season they want. It's kind of funny when you look up there and you see the number. I can't remember if they're the 12 or 13. Typically, that's where they are in the country. In this situation, that's where they are in this conference tournament. So it's just a very different season all the way around. When you look at LSU, they go down to Florida last weekend. Johnson makes a decision not to throw any of their frontline arms, trying to pile up for a run at the conference tournament, because that's their only way in the postseason. So just an interesting season all the way around. Again, if you go to the ACC, not a bigger surprise there than what happened with Eric Backage and Nick Schnabel at Clemson. Just a horrific year by their standards. So, interesting time, and we're going to see the moves start to happen. Houston opened. Obviously, it looks like South Carolina will open. There's some speculation that it's the end of the career from a contractual standpoint in NC State with Elliott Avent. So there's been some rumblings that maybe he doesn't get renewed. I would think they would give him at least another year or two for just based off what he's done and.
Was that weird that it's not already done, or is that? normal
Yeah, I think that is.
baseball,
I think that's a little bit strange. But it could have been one of those things that hey, let's wait till the end of the season. But they just got that new facility, and it's got his name all over it, and I would think they would give him the respect of another run at it. But talk that it was going to be Chris Hart. It's always been what the speculation has been, but there's been some rumors out there that might not be the case. So interesting time around college athletics, college baseball, and you see when one domino goes, what's the impact on the rest of them? And so time will tell.
Man, seeing Vanderbilt 73 RPI is crazy. I was going to bring up South Carolina because I was looking at the SEC conference schedule, tournament schedule today, and saw them, and they got a losing record. What's going on down there? What happened with them?
They brought in Palmineri, who was supposed to be the guy to right the ship, all the success he had at LSU and the trips to Omaha, and Monty Lee, the assistant coach there, great guy, good baseball guy. They paid him a lot as an assistant and thought they might have a recipe to get South Carolina kind of turned around back to the glory days, in the early 2000s. But it didn't happen. I mean, and the fans made their voice heard very, very loudly. They chose not to attend games, and and then when Monty takes over, they kind of had a little spurt of life there, but it seems like that's kind of gone by the wayside. And obviously, all the speculation around that job is that will be a very quick change if Kevin Schnall from Coastal is in agreement to take that job. That's obviously who the folks in Garnet and Black would like to have, but no indication yet. It's certainly been a lot of talk in the baseball world that's a distinct possibility, but hasn't happened yet. So Coach Schnall certainly he is a Chanticleer through and through. Played there. Has gotten that team to Omaha. Has won one time as an assistant coach in Omaha. So he's got some work left to do in what they're trying to accomplish this year. So I'm sure it is in the back of his mind, but probably in the way back.
What happened to Coastal? Because they were top 10. It just seems like every week I saw the rankings and they just dropped and dropped and dropped.
You know what's funny, man, with that is that they kind of started dropping when they got healthy. Yeah, and it's weird. Like Cam Fluke comes back, he goes into that front end of the rotation spot and wasn't exactly great. As a matter of fact, Schnall came out and defended his number one, saying, "Hey, listen, if this was pro ball, he'd be in the minor leagues or on the backfield somewhere trying to get ready to compete, not necessarily thrust right into competition." So kind of weird how that all shook out. But, they just, again, lost a big series. Can't remember who it was too late, the one that they shouldn't have lost. And so it's been a little bit of a bumpy ride for those folks. And you look at it's a bookended season for them. The way they started, they had the injuries, they get knocked around a little bit. They play in that tournament at Globe Life in Houston, where they had UTSA and Texas and all those teams out there, and they managed to get out of there respectfully, but certainly not how they wanted to get out of there. Kind of get it going in the middle of the season, and now the back end looks like it's been a little bit of a flat tire. So. Yeah, that's an interesting one to watch, and that conference tournament is one that'll certainly have some bearing over the bubble teams.
Mully, man, Jared here in the Pirate Radio Studios, Clip Rock, in the First Flight Credit Union Studios. Real quick, before I ask the chat game questions that they are asking, let's introduce them real quick. Jerry says hello. We are the Pirate Radio Live Chat Gang. He said, "It's official. I will be in Greenville the first week of June. We'll have a putt-putt champion here in Greenville the first week of June." That's exciting. Pike, like
excitement time.
Yes, sir. Pike, like the stream. Go Pirates, he says. Jamie says, "Hey now."
Hey now.
PJ says, "Hey, hey, hey."
Hey, hey, hey.
Jamie's asking, he says, "We're past the rumors of Cliff leaving, aren't we, for South Carolina or wherever?"
I think there'll always be the rumors.
I agree.
But I don't. I mean, he's had plenty of opportunities. He said publicly, I've had plenty of opportunities to leave. I've not left. I'm committed to being here. So I wouldn't think there'd be any change at this point. But again, man, who knows with all this stuff,
I used to like when Skip Holtz would say that at the end of every year. He'd always say, "I don't have an agent. I'm not looking to leave. I'm not." And I guess you have to say that because people ask, and I just kind of wish somebody would say, "Yeah, look, I'm at East Carolina. I'd like to go somewhere else one day."
What's funny is when you're in the recruiting process and you sit down with the family and they, you have some type of chemistry there, and they're kind of you can tell they're getting close to making the commitment. one of the parents will typically say, so Coach, what's your plans? Are you if I send Johnny here, are you going to be here? And you're like, well, my plan right now, like I wouldn't be here recruiting your son if I was planning on leaving, but I could get a phone call when I get back in my vehicle that may change all that, so it's just kind of a interesting deal. We're going to have interference here, I would imagine.
And by the way, the Skip situation totally different than Cliff. Cliff being an alum here, Skip being a Notre Dame guy, totally different mindsets when it comes to Greenville and Eastern North Carolina.
Forgot they're doing the ABS for this.
Yep. You got a review here. Guy went into second base, standing up. Shortstop couldn't convert on the double play, so I think they're going to probably get him with get the base runner interference.
So it'll be a double play?
I think so.
Throw went almost into the dugout. Let's take a look at it. Mully, here's the throw coming in, slide coming in.
Comes up, and he does the right thing. He does the right thing here. He does, never mind, I rescind all that. He did not make contact with him. Had he bumped into the runner, I think it would be no doubt interference, but he did not touch the runner. So
the slide was clean, but he did like a pop-up
slide into the bag, and he
kind of a smart play.
Well, he clearly interfered, but you got to make contact with him to draw that interference.
They won't count it, you don't think, if you don't touch him?
I doubt it.
Interesting.
Yep.
If so, good defense by the runner here, who gets right, in his face. Kind of almost took one for the team there. You can get one off the ear hole if you're not careful.
Well, we saw that this year with the Pirates. I can't remember who it was. Took one off the helmet on an attempted double play turn. Let's see what they say. Call.
Umpire doing a lot of talking, a whole lot of talking. He's still talking. 2 outs.
Yep. So the interference did not count.
Call stands,
or maybe not. Anyway, nobody's watching this game with us, so we're.
Well, okay. I guess they are calling.
There you go. Slide rule violation overturned.
There we go.
Just like we thought.
Jerry says, are the Bird Dog tickets for a particular game or any game this season? Shirley, Mark, I believe the Bird Dog tickets are for any game. A game of your choosing, Jerry. Great question, because we're going to give it away right now. What caller do you want to do, Shirley? Caller 4 at 317-1250 is going to win 2 tickets to a Down East Bird Dogs game at historic Granger Stadium and lunch for 2 at Tiebreakers. Probably the best setup in Greenville when it comes to a sports bar with the television access, the great food. I understand they have cold drinks there as well. And always a good time at Tiebreakers. 317-1250 is the number. Call in now for your chance to win 2 tickets to a Bird Dogs game, lunch for 2 at Tiebreakers. We'll have another giveaway in hour number 3. More with Mully when we return after this.
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsey Gray with Carolina Caliber. It's time for bats, balls, and turkey calls. Working on that grand slam? Swing into turkey season with the perfect shotgun to knock that gobbler out of the park. Brite, Mossberg, Weatherby, Savage, Beretta, Rossi, CVA, and Browning, you name it, we've got it. Choose from the largest selection in Eastern NC. We'll make you blow fans away. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Cuccinella's has been serving up handcrafted pizzas with their family recipe since 1932. If you're in the mood for something different, explore the brand new pastas like the chicken parm, chicken alfredo, or penne marinara. Cuccinella's also has salads, grinders, and house-made Italian ice and Italian ice lemonades. Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cuccinella's. 2 locations with pickup or delivery, and ready for your order now at Cuccinellas.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate friends, it's Rhonda from Russell's, and we're back open with a whole new look. We have a ton of surprises for you to see, including our Johnny O Shop and Shop. Our racks and shelves are fully stocked with all new spring and summer merchandise for both men and women. Make it a point to come by Russell's in downtown Washington to check out the new look, experience the same great customer service you've come to know, and see all the new quality clothing that you love. We can't wait to see our pirate friends and customers back at Russell's in downtown Washington.
Phelps Chevrolet is the dealer to see for a car or a truck or an SUV. The best service and quality. That's the Phelps guarantee. Chevrolet, the name you can trust. Phelps Chevrolet, you can count on us. The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Hey, O's fans, kick off your weekend with Party at the Yard, presented by Coors Light. Every Friday home game. Hit the Coors Light Roof Deck and Legends Park for happy hour featuring $5 12-ounce Coors Light when gates open until 1 hour after first pitch. Enjoy live music, photo ops, and entertainment all night long. And welcome a special guest splasher who will keep the good vibes going in the bird bath. Party with the O's on Fridays. Visit Orioles.com/party at the yard.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr!
Looking for the perfect bottle of wine or something a little more unique? Discover Simply Divine Oil and Wine in Arlington Village. With a huge selection of hand-picked wines and gourmet olive oils, there's something for every taste. Not sure what to choose? Kimberly and her expert team are always ready to guide you, answer your questions, and help you find your new favorite. Join the fun with wine tastings twice a month or test your knowledge at trivia every Thursday. Follow Simply Divine Oil and Wine on Facebook and Instagram to stay in the know. Simply Divine Oil and Wine. Elevate your pour.
Take your family, friends, and kids down to Play It Again Sports this spring sports season. We have all the hottest new equipment for the upcoming softball and baseball season, along with a huge selection of quality used sporting and fitness equipment. Whether you're a golfer, a bike rider, a soccer player, or a fitness enthusiast, we will have exactly what you need. Don't forget to do your spring cleaning and load up all the equipment that you no longer need or doesn't fit. Bring it down to the store and get paid on the spot. Play It Again Sports across from the Nissan dealership on Greenville Boulevard.
This is Xavier Smith, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Looking for quality roofing you can trust? Call the Boone Group Roofing. Proudly serving all of Eastern North Carolina. Owned and operated by Toot Boone, they offer no money down and back their work with a 5-year workmanship warranty. Find them on Facebook and Instagram to see their latest projects and satisfied customers. When it comes to your roof, don't settle. The Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game. Call Toot today at 714-0021. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Congratulations, Pike, Chad Pike, our winner, who he drives all over North Carolina. I think he's in Wilmington, but we see him here in Greenville a lot, and he'll be in Kinston for a Down East Bird Dogs game and also at Tiebreakers with multiple locations here for you to enjoy. We've got Mike Mullis here. We got J-Bone and talking a little baseball, Kentucky, Vandy going on. And Mully, I don't know why this reminded me of people love going to spring training. Major League Baseball spring training. Would you rather go to spring training or like a conference baseball tournament, like the SEC tournament?
I've never thought about that. I like the college game. I mean,
I like
these dudes are. You're not going to get the back end of like these dudes are fighting to play for something, and the spring training stuff is.
That's what I was going to say. I like games that matter.
Yeah, once you get through the premier guys, you see them get their reps, and then they're on the golf course by the fourth inning. Then you're getting the back end guys, and I mean that's cool. I like watching minor league stuff too, but these conference tournaments, that's a bit of kind of a conversation off and on. Like if you look at the success of the softball tournament here. A couple weeks ago, and the crowds and all the things, and of course it helped that the host team was playing in the championship. But I just think it would. I mean, we're sitting here watching the SEC championship in Hoover, Alabama. There's absolutely nobody there. You watch the one the ACC in Charlotte, same thing. Nobody really there. And it used to make sense when facilities were Not what they are now at the college level, but man, it would be awesome. But hey, and I guess the knock on it would be, how do you decide who?
Fairness.
But the fairness is, if you win the regular season, the opportunity to host the conference championship will be really cool. Now, I know it creates some travel challenges, but that is what it is. Some of these teams in different conference tournaments didn't know they were going to get in, so they were scrambling for accommodations or whatever as well. So, I think it could be accomplished. I think. And can you imagine the American having the baseball championship here? That would be it'd be crazy.
I would love to see Palo Alto host the ACC tournament.
ACC, dug into the Boston College market, right? Didn't they play at Fenway one year or something? Or
I think yeah. Well, it's kind of like the ACC basketball tournament. Who wants to see that in? I mean, that should be in Charlotte.
Yeah, or Greensboro.
Yeah.
Charlotte, somewhere in North Carolina. I did look it up. We'll talk to Ken Watlington coming up tomorrow, but Wilmington did make their tournament. So I guess the way they do it, Mully, if you win the previous year, you host the next year
in the CAA,
which is kind of a tricky way, because Wilmington almost missed their own tournament that they're hosting, which would have been an absolute disaster. Nobody would have gone.
Be a long week. But I actually did go to the conference tournament. We had a player at Pitt years back that played for Georgia State, came into Wilmington for the CAA tournament, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, great environment, and even when Wilmington wasn't playing, there was still some interest. And by the way, you're not trying to fill a 25,000 seat stadium or whatever these are. So, I just think there's some merit to it, and I think it'd be awesome to see. But I don't hold a vote.
Wilmington, the last team in. Only 6 teams go, Molly. That is a small number, but only 6 teams go to the tournament, the CAA tournament. Wilmington is the 6th seed. I need to try to push Ken back. They start at 4 o'clock tomorrow. If we could get them here while they're playing and get angry Ken or happy Ken, that would be fun. But they'll play Monmouth tomorrow. Campbell, the 1 seed in that tournament, Mully, and they're we talk about it in basketball a lot. A team rolls through their league, and then they got to survive their own tournament to get into the NCAA tournament. Wish it wasn't that way, but it looks like it's going to be that way for Campbell in baseball, right? Yep. They need to win it to get in.
And we've seen that before with Campbell, where I don't remember what the number of wins was. I was talking about this earlier today, but I want to think they won 45-ish regular season games, get into the conference tournament, go 1-2, and don't get a bid. So but that's been a number of years back, but it does happen, or has happened.
Yeah, they are at 39 wins on the season. By the way, East Carolina, and this is not an updated RPI, I don't believe. No, it's not. But the Pirates were at 45 going into these conference tournaments. NC State was 42. NC State, if you missed it, hammered by Duke earlier today. And, that could knock them off the last 4 in line. We shall see. Mully, you going to be around next Monday?
Next Monday, yeah, I plan to be.
You want to?
Yeah,
we do something.
Yeah, we can see if we can work a little something out.
Ooh, I don't like the sound of that.
Well,
we can see if we can work a little something out.
I'm hoping there's something to talk about, I guess is kind of what I'm getting at.
Right. So, or we could sit here on, like, if they win 2 games. What do you think they need to do?
I think winning 2 is. I mean,
you feel pretty decent. If they win 2?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do. Obviously, take care of business, win the whole thing.
Yeah,
it's just going to be so interesting when you look back at the season. It feels like it's 2 different teams every other weekend. So, who do we get this weekend? And obviously, stakes are higher, and it's a whole different deal. I feel like the pitching's really done more than you would even expect it to do with all the issues. But can the offense? I mean, you look up this past weekend, man. It was a 40 some hits on the weekend. I mean, they just pounded the ball. So, but yeah, man, we can work a little something out for Monday.
All right.
I'll have your people call my.
I just remember, like, when I was a kid, I was like, "Dad, can I stay over at Daniel's tonight?" And they'll be like, "We'll see." I know what that means. Like, you might as well just say no if you're going to say "we'll see."
No, I'm not. This isn't a no. This is I don't want to necessarily jinx anything.
I hear you. Okay. We don't want to do like Wilmington almost did and have a show that doesn't include East Carolina being in the bracket. That would be a waste of time.
What's so funny when you look at this regular season schedule or the record at the end of the year, that you look at last year's, and people were panicking this year, and everybody had some semblance of panic. Yeah, I think even including the coaching staff. But man, so much better record this year than last year. Last year, a couple games under 500. This year, 17-10, I think is where it ended up.
Yeah.
Does that add up to be right? So, quite a turnaround, quite frankly, and for a team that was so lamented and all the issues. And listen, I know there were some tough losses in there. You look back and, you open the season with 2 losses to Xavier, who ends up with 26 wins, and you drop one to Penn, who ends up with only 20 wins. I mean, I get that, the Memphis deal, but the conference was I mean, it was just a blender. I mean, it was just, you just never knew who was going to be who. Charlotte looked like they were roadkill early, and now they found their way into the conference tournament. It was a very unusual year.
Expanded that outside the American, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Kind of one of your takes is, with the new age of college sports and everything, like, none of these teams really get fully set even throughout the whole season.
They don't, right. They're not even themselves until they're a third of the way or halfway through the season to figure out kind of what they've got and what the roles are going to look like and who's going to take those roles.
We got 3 first-teamers, all American. That's fun to say. All American Conference.
Yeah.
First teamer Braden Burris, Ethan Norby, and Joseph Webb. A lot of people talking about Jack Herring not being a first teamer. He's on the second team, and I don't know what the other outfielders did on the first team, so I'm not going to say he was snubbed, but
I think
certainly had a first team.
I'll say it for you. He was snubbed.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know where it ended, but I know towards the end of the season he was leading the conference in hitting, obviously, with a 54-game hitting streak or on-base streak. I don't think there was anybody in the conference more valuable to their team than Jack Herring. So that is a absolute snub. And I think it's one of those things where let's call it what it is. Jack Herring is not a 6'4", burner, super toolsy guy. I think you got to get buried in watching him play, and you look at the numbers, and the numbers speak for themselves. But that to me is a snub.
Who we got as the player of the? First of all, who was Mully's player of the year, and did that guy win player of the year
in the league?
Yeah. Who was the best player you saw with your eyes this season? So that takes away some of the teams because you didn't. See
I
you watched on TV.
I watched. I'd have to give that some thought, Clipper. I can think of guys that I really like the freshman shortstop. And I can think of who he is. I'm drawing a blank.
What team?
Tulane. I really liked him. I mean, there were some guys that stood out as like, this will be fun to watch these guys, whether they're here or elsewhere. But I don't. Again, man, and maybe it's just biased to having watched them play so much, but when Jack Herring came to the plate, you had a real positive feeling that something good was going to happen. And again, he on base like he was, and it wasn't like he was. He did draw some walks. He had some, but man, he hit the ball really, really well. Played through an injury, switch hitter. I mean, I don't know what else a guy's got to do. And he had some timely big hits and a handful of home runs. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know anybody that nobody stands out to me as having a better offensive season than Jack did.
Pirates had a couple of guys on the all-freshman team, Grady Linehan and Ethan Rose. Player of the year, Drew Detlefson from UTSA. UTSA sweeps the player of the year and pitcher of the year. Connor Miles, lefty, pitcher of the year. Newcomer position player of the year, Jason Jones. Newcomer pitcher from Wichita. Newcomer pitcher of the year, Tanner Wiggins from Rice. I like that we give out a defensive player of the year. Did Riley Johnson win that when he was here? Jevin Relaford won the defensive player of the year. Coach of the year, Casey Dunn from UAB.
Yeah, I don't think there's any disputing that.
That's kind of a where were you predicted and how did you finish award. And I guess UAB was supposed to not be a factor going into the year. All right, Mully, did you watch any PGA Championship?
I watched the Sunday round, kind of intermittent, in and out, and I thought Ray, and again, there were so many names I didn't quite frankly know.
It was was it Saturday afternoon or maybe even Sunday early where the leaderboard was stacked with names. They might have been Saturday. It might have been before Sunday when the separation started, but I didn't know that Ray guy either.
So, but he had the hole on Saturday, closing out his round on number 18. He hits it in the woods and hits it in a bunker, and then, he gets it up and down for bogey, and you're like, well, he may have just, saved his opportunity, and then absolutely just blistered the field on the backside on Sunday, so to kind of win it going away. So, yeah, I mean, I thought more out of Scheffler. I think Scheffler kind of hated himself when he decided to talk about the golf course and where the pins were and that kind of thing. So, and I didn't listen. The beginning of his statement, I thought it was just a statement of like, hey, the pins are tough. But then as he continues to talk, he said, and I went to a couple other guys and they thought the same thing and haven't seen pins as tough since wherever it was, at Shinnecock, I think is what they taught. So it's kind of, you put it out there and it comes back to you, and he did not putt well. So, it was for the most part, it was a entertaining tournament from the standpoint of felt like a U.S. Open, with the low scores, and then then your winner ultimately pulling away.
Mully, you calling any postseason baseball that you know of?
High school wise, I will have the 4 of the classifications. We don't know which yet. That'll be at Holly Springs. I guess starting next week. Those series will start this week. And crazy Black Friday closed out all the Pitt County teams.
Man.
I mean, it was just a very unforeseen turn of events there. But so no Pitt County teams on the baseball side. Softball, I guess D.H. Conley plays tonight, and J.H. Rose as well. So good luck to the ladies. And it was certainly an interesting day last Friday for Pitt County baseball after such a high season. But that'll be one that'll probably live in infamy. And like I said, the Black Friday tag, I think, just absolutely applies. I was amazed just seeing it at the end that all 4 teams had managed to lose. And I think at one point all 4 teams had a lead in the game. So anyway.
All right, we will have a best of this Friday. We are off on Monday, but we will be here for you if we feel like East Carolina will go in as an at-large, or if they win the conference tournament. We'll be here breaking down the brackets and the regions with you coming up on Monday. So, Mully, TBD, but planning on seeing you then.
Yeah, I think we'll be here.
Okay, that's better than, we'll see if we can do a little something about a little bit.
Well, we'll see what we work out.
Thank you, Mully.
Yeah, man.
And thank you, Michael.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah,
Who did I talk to earlier?
Mike was here earlier.
He's got multiple personalities. This Mike guy, he's a character, man. Let me tell you. We'll take a break, come back, more to go, hour 1. How long are you hanging out today, Jared?
Till 4. He said till 4.
Okay. All right. Back with you after this.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty, because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021. For a roof that's built to last and service you can trust, the Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie! Hey, Pirate Nation. Frank Etheridge here with First Flight Credit Union. Ready to save money on your current automobile loan? Right now, our road to savings couldn't be faster. At First Flight, we're making borrowing easy with our limited-time auto refinance promotion. Apply today at one of our branches located in Greenville, Newbern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary to see how one of our experienced lenders can beat your current auto loan rate by 0.5%. All local residents are membership eligible. Terms and conditions do apply. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Go Pirates.
Ready to take the road less traveled? This May, get behind the wheel of one of the select new 2026 Subaru Forester models at Capital Subaru of Greenville. Get there now because they have as low as 0.9 APR available. That's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville off of Memorial Drive or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru of Greenville, a proud official partner of the ECU Pirates. Price does not include licensing costs or registration fees. See dealer for details. Offer expires June 1st, 2026.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Play ball! Greenville, it's time to play ball. The Greenville Yard Gnomes are back, and tickets are on sale now. Bring the whole family out for big hits, wild promotions, and non-stop fun all night long. From fireworks to theme nights, every game is an experience you don't want to miss. Cold drinks, great food, and the best atmosphere in town. Don't wait till it's sold out. Grab your seats now. Get your tickets today at yardgnomesbaseball.com or at the box office.
Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
Attention furniture buyers, save now during the massive store closing liquidation at Bostic Sugg Furniture. After 89 years in business, they're closing their doors forever. Time is running out. All remaining Serta mattresses and Lazy Boy recliners must go. Every mattress and recliner in every size and comfort level, all priced to sell immediately. You will never ever see Serta mattresses or Lazy Boy recliners at such drastic low prices again. Hurry to the massive store closing liquidation at Bostic Sugg Furniture, 2115 East Fire Tower Road in Greenville. See store for details.
Come celebrate the next big Pirates win at the Rick House. The Rick House is Greenville and Eastern North Carolina's premier American-themed restaurant.
I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager at the Rick House. Come see us for a big city feel right here in Greenville. I guarantee you'll have a great experience.
We feature the very best bourbons around. Our made-from-scratch pastas are to die for, and nobody does steak like the Rick House. We also feature an early dining special from 4 to 6. Come see us at the Rick House, Red Banks Road in Greenville.
What's up? This is Bryce and World, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Looking for a great meal in the heart of downtown Greenville? Come on down to 5th Street Hardware and Tap Room. Whether you're craving a juicy burger, a fresh seafood basket, or a tasty sandwich or wrap, they've got something for everyone. Grab a bite with friends, relax on the patio, and enjoy the cozy, welcoming atmosphere. The next time you're in downtown Greenville, make it a point to visit 5th Street Hardware. Great food, great company in downtown Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. Had a busy hour or two with Brian Bailey, Brandon Golden, Brooks Hill. Got Brandon Manning and Bryce Williams coming up hour 3. We'll end the hour with J-Bone.
Yes, sir.
Talking some NBA. Great sports night last night. After sports trivia, got home, watched overtime between Montreal and Buffalo. Canadiens win it in overtime, and then flipped over to the NBA playoff game between the Spurs and Thunder and saw the Thunder rally and force overtime, and then another overtime. First thought, great to have Mike Tirico on the call.
Yeah, I thought about that. I loved Mike Tirico on the call. No need for Jamal Crawford to be there.
Well, I'm not a huge Reggie Miller guy either.
Yeah, but he was barely contributing. Like, all Jamal Crawford would do was like, oh! Like, that was it. Like, when Wemby hit that, 30-footer from the logo, it wasn't a logo shot, but I loved it, so I'll let it be. All you heard was Reggie Miller say something and Jamal Crawford in the background. Oh!
I had a thought last night that, this is what it looked like back when Wilt Chamberlain was scoring 100 points on guys.
Yeah.
Which kids would call plumbers, playing against plumbers, I guess. But Victor Wembanyama seems unfair. 41, 24, and 3 blocks.
That's how it's been all playoffs. It's just, I'm cheering for the Blazers. I'm cheering for the Wolves. And it's just like,
these guys are doing their part on the Blazers and the Wolves, but you just can't stop the 7'5" alien Victor Wembanyama.
He does look like an alien with what he did. I mean, that three that he made.
He plays an alien in Futurama this new season.
He was 12 of 13. Get you a 7 foot, what?
5, 6, 7
guy that goes 12 of 13 from the free throw line.
Yeah. Well, there was a few free throws where he was leaning in almost, where he's not that confident it was going in, but his wingspan is so long, he just dropped it in.
Just tremendous, man. It was fun to watch. I found myself, even though I had the Thunder, I found myself kind of rooting for the Spurs there.
Yeah, last night was the birth of a dynasty. No matter the way this series unfolds, this is the birth of a dynasty. The birth of probably the greatest or one of the greatest of all time.
I mean, I don't think it's.
He's 22.
Too early to say that.
He's 22.
Yeah, it's
nobody they had to finagle the numbers to fit other people into what he did last night with youngest to reach 25 plus, 15 plus points and rebounds with Magic and Wilt. That wasn't the stat line. He had 40 and 20. You got to go back to Shaq in his prime, Charles Barkley in his prime, Wilt in his prime. Not when they're 22, second year in the league.
The Thunder, if I'm running Thunder practice today, I'm doing 3-man weave. I'm working on fast breaks. I don't know how many fast break opportunities they had that ended in 0 points.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the strong defensive effort of everybody. Stephon Castle, even though he had 11 turnovers, his defense was phenomenal.
I thought the Thunder,
the open shots, 11 assists.
I thought the Thunder played well on defense too. They had a lot of strips and stuff.
Yeah.
They were doing all they could, but again, Wemby was just too much.
Yeah, Wemby was too much. I mean, there's just so many guys on that team where you just look at that game last night and Dylan Harper being foisted into the starting lineup an hour before the game started, and he has an all-time stat line at 20 years old. He didn't play 20 games this season just off of a healthy scratch. You got Stephon Castle, who's 21, 22. Devin Vassell had a major block on Chet. Julian Champagnie lights out from 3. This team is amazing.
Hey, Victor, Avery, can y'all tighten me up a little bit? Tighten up my camera a little bit.
But I told you earlier I got a kind of a big take, maybe a big overreaction from last night.
All right.
Go ahead, write it in pen.
All right.
Dylan Harper is a Hall of Famer.
That's a pretty big take.
Screw Cooper Flagg, screw Ace Bailey. I'll even say Con Knipple. Dylan Harper's the best player out of that draft.
Which is weird. Who's the other guy from Rutgers?
Ace Bailey. And I get,
how did they have the worst team in college basketball? Would they have those two players?
We talked about that going into the draft last year.
Yeah.
It's they got 2 top 5 picks on that team, and they didn't even make the tournament.
Yeah.
But Dylan Harper, 7 or 11 steals? He had just an insane amount of steals last night. He was just playing free safety out there, lurking.
24 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 7 steals. If you had him in fantasy or whatever, he's stuffing the stat sheet.
And he's 20. He's 20 years old.
Yeah, it's over.
The West is over.
The West is over.
I said when the De'Aaron Fox trade happened.
I said I liked him because of De'Aaron Fox. They did all this without De'Aaron Fox.
Well, Dylan Harper is not the player he is last night without the mentorship of Dylan Harper. I mean, or De'Aaron Fox. I'm a little too excited.
Dylan Harper's mentor, people don't know this, is Dylan Harper.
Yeah. No, De'Aaron Fox has done a lot for this team, just being the veteran who can still play ball. I mean, I'm not going to count Bismack Biyombo and Kelly Olynyk in this. But just an amazing job. Mitch Johnson, amazing coaching job. Learned from one of the best in pop. This whole team, it's top to bottom, flawless.
It was entertaining, man. It was a fun night of sports, as I said. We'll see what happens tonight with Knicks and Cavaliers, Game 1 in New York.
I'll watch it. It'll be fun, but there's no way you're topping the West.
Yeah.
This
I just hope. There's going to be a blowout or two in this series. But if every game could be like it last night, it would live up.
And for a young team to go into a hostile environment like that and not lose their composure. Because there was a time before that 30-footer from Wemby from 3 where it's just like, okay, hey, you should have closed it out in regulation. Now Shea's kind of warming up. Jalen Williams is getting going. Alex Caruso is having the game of his life. Like, now the young guys are going to lose a step here, and they're going to get down by 4 or 5 and lose this game. But they were just never out of it. They never looked young.
Caruso, 31. Shea was 7 of 23 from the field.
And, Chet Holmgren's a bum. Outside of the block to send it to overtime, he did nothing.
8 points, 2 of 7 from the floor. He played 41 minutes. Like, he was just kind of non-existent.
And he wasn't defending Wemby. They had Alex Caruso and Jalen Williams on Wemby. And Jalen Williams is taller than Alex Caruso, and he was the mismatch. Like, Alex Caruso was actually playing good defense on Wembanyama at times.
Mike P said, Wemby won't have a better career than Shaq. Write it. I mean, that's that's a lofty resume. Shaquille O'Neal with the championships, with the numbers, the points.
But, I mean, have we seen anybody do this at this age?
No, it's kind of funny, too, because, like, I remember, like, the Greek Freak was kind of like this for a little, but he's...
Like, on the Dan Le Batard
show... He's not 7'5".
On the Dan Le Batard show, one of the supporting cast was like, I'm going to go ahead and say that right now Victor Wembanyama is the greatest of all time because we have never seen anything like last night. And they got on him a little bit. He's like, we did the same thing for Shohei. Like, we haven't seen a full career from Shohei, but we've never seen what Shohei did at the beginning of his career and when he went to the Dodgers.
Well, I've never watched a game with Jordan or LeBron. Maybe sometimes with Shaq in his prime, but where I said, like, this is unfair. Like, we need to outlaw this guy from the NBA to make it competitive.
Yeah.
Like, because...
And it's 100% on both ends of the floor. First ever unanimous MVP. I mean, Defensive Player of the Year. First ever. And then he's dropping 42 as well. Had more rebounds than Shea had points.
Jarrett, it's your last segment for a while. What do you think the Pirates do in Clearwater?
I don't know. Like, Mully brought it up earlier, and we talked about it with Mac yesterday, just about how, like, hot and cold, up and down this team is. So, I mean, if you just go off how the season's gone, they probably win one. But I think they get to the championship, and I don't know from there, but I think they're going to get into the NCAA tournament.
All right, so the Pirates will get in. Mike P said, I know it's been 20 years, but LeBron took a group of scrubs to the NBA Finals in like his third year. We've seen this. His name is LeBron. Look, I remember that, Mike P. I remember LeBron scoring like 20-some unanswered.
That Pistons team was not this Thunder's team.
And their main play was just him take his guy off the dribble and dunk. Like, he got to the rim at ease.
I don't know how you can watch what Wembanyama did last night and be like, we've seen it before. You clearly didn't watch the damn game. Like
I agree. I'm with you.
I mean, this dude is out of gas. Like, he played Friday to close out a series. The Thunder have had a week and a half off, and like, he's out of gas, throws it up the court to Stephon Castle, is not even jogging, and just drains a 30-footer.
LeBron was not the first player to take a cast of scrubs to the finals. Allen Iverson did that years prior. So, I mean, guys have done that. I'm not going to say Dirk was on a team of scrubs, but Dirk was a one-man show with the Mavericks. We've seen that before.
That just blows my mind that it's like we've seen this before. And talk about last night. That's...
Again, outlaw him. Put him in a new league. Apparently all these UFO things are coming out, right?
Yeah.
Put him in their league.
Mm-hmm. The ABA, Alien Basketball Association.
I mean, it reminds me of when, like, a guy maybe at a church basketball game and a guy, that didn't look like us would go out there and drop 40 points.
Yeah.
Like, is this guy in the pew on Sundays, or is he a ringer?
He's just putting up shots, man.
I'm here to play against out-of-shape guys like me, not this guy. This isn't fair.
But no,
Mike's P said prisoner of the moment.
Good evening, coward.
I don't think that's the case.
I don't think so, Mike. I don't think so. Numbers are one thing, but, like, to witness it, like, to watch it. 41, 24, 3 blocks, 3 assists, had a steal, 12 of 13 from the line, 1 for 2 from 3, and that one was from, they call it 35 feet or whatever. Like, it was.
They called it. they called it like 28 on the live call, and then afterwards on the post game they called it 30. I'm like, that's got to be like 33.
Yeah, he's
But I mean,
pretty incredible.
It's not that this is a team full of scrubs like Mike P brought up. It's a team where the average age is 21. Like, everybody's thought going into this series is like, well, the Spurs got to take their lumps. They got to learn they're not ready yet. And it's like, they clearly are. Like, I don't know how you could, like, Dylan Harper is 20 years old, and he did what he did last night.
Jared Watkins.
West is done. It's over.
Pirate Radio, the West is over. What do you think?
Done and dusted.
What do you think of the Raiders schedule?
5-6 wins.
How much is Mendoza going to play? Were you surprised they don't have a primetime game?
Kinda, because I mean, we do have like the first overall pick, like a quarterback.
Yeah.
When you want to show that off, and then I got to listen to a bunch of idiots in the media be like, "Well, this is just showing you that the NFL is telling you he's a bust. The Raiders are never going to be anything. Mendoza's going to suck forever."
Well, I heard that it was showing you that he's not going to play.
Yeah.
Like, wait, did the Raiders meet with the NFL?
Yeah, and
the
then,
NFL called them and were like, "We're thinking about giving you a Thursday nighter." But is Mendoza going to play? And Kubiak was like, no. And they were, all right, thanks, man.
I don't know how you look at the schedule and just immediately just start assuming things about who's going to be what. It's like they had the schedule maker, I think, on Pat McAfee when it was made, and he's like, well, the team's got to play their way into primetime games. And it's like, didn't you give the Jets like 8 primetime games a few years ago based off they signed a guy?
Aaron Rodgers.
Not that they played their way into it. They signed a 38-year-old guy past his prime.
Aaron Rodgers had the American flag from Camping World and ran out on the field and then crumbled.
Yeah.
And then had a Jared Watkins in the backfield.
Yeah. I don't care about this. I'm kind of like over the whole schedule release. Like, just put it out. I don't need it to be an all-day thing and then a 2-hour block on ESPN.
You don't have to watch it.
Yeah, but I mean.
Okay, I'm sorry I asked. We're out of time anyway.
Okay.
All right, Bone. We'll see you when?
Probably Monday, depending on what the Pirates do.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you. I was going to say thank you for coming in. Good to see you.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Thanks for having me.
You're a quarter of the way getting around.
Yeah. Easing my way back into it.
Yeah. We'll take a break, come back. Hour 2, Brian Bailey, Brandon Golden, Brooks Hill, and more. Hour 3, we'll open up the phone lines again. 2 tickets to a Down East Bird Dogs game and lunch for 2 at Chico's can be yours in Hour 3 of today's show on our 2-Winner Tuesday. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, after this. Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can Series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Carolina Eagle Distributing is celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. For 150 years, Budweiser has been the heart of America beer culture, bringing people together across generations. Cheers to 150 years. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989.
Jeff Stein here, back at you from Brown & Wood Buick GMC. And guess what, Pirate Nation? It's truck month only at Brown & Wood Buick GMC. We got 1500s, 2.9 for 72 months, 2500 HDs, 4.9%, 2026 Elevation. This is the deal of the month. The 1500 Crew Cab with the TurboMax engine, $11,549 in savings. And check this out, Pirate fans. That's 20% off MSRP. Only at Brown & Wood, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville invites you to party on the patio. Chico's Outside Patio is the perfect place to get all your amigos together for some Mexican food and fun. Call Chico's now to make a reservation for any large or small fiesta with all of your amigos. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Is your car making strange noises? Or that check engine light still won't go away? At Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service in Greenville, we take the stress out of car care, from quick oil changes to full service repairs. And diesel truck service too. Our certified technicians deliver high quality work without the high dealership prices. No guesswork, no pressure. Just honest, dependable service to get you back on the road with confidence. Don't let a small issue turn into a costly repair. Stop by today or schedule your service now. Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service, keeping Greenville moving.
This July 4th, celebrate America's 250th in the original Washington, where history comes to life. Festivities begin Friday, July 3rd at 4:30 p.m. with the grand opening of the city's brand new History Museum. On Saturday, kick off the day with the Founding Fathers 5K at 8 a.m., explore history exhibits, and enjoy free trolley rides from 10 to 2, and live music from 7 to 9 p.m. Then look to the skies for a spectacular fireworks show at 9:15 p.m. Come walk through 250 years of history, celebration, and community, right here in the original Washington. Learn more at visitwashingtonnc.com.
Looking for the perfect place to host your next event? Fish Street Hardware in downtown Greenville features event spaces for birthdays, business meetings, rehearsal dinners, and more. The corner bar is fully private and seats up to 50 guests. Our back dining room is semi-private and seats up to 40. Or choose the semi-private repair shop game room, complete with pool tables and big screens. Add in-house catering and full bar service, and we'll take care of the rest. For pricing and availability, inquire online under the Parties tab at fishstreethardware.com. Fish Street Hardware, where Greenville gathers.
Are you tired of dealing with IT headaches? Does this sound familiar? Phones, Wi-Fi, or email always acting up? Are you afraid of phishing scams, data breaches, or ransomware attacks? Every minute your systems are down, you're losing money. If you're nodding your head, it's time to call cybersharks.net. We handle IT so you can focus on growing your business. Fast, reliable, and always there when you need us. Call 321-7800 today and get IT support that actually works. Cybersharks.net. We keep your business swimming.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Michaels and Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. Their mission is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Visit them at 2330 Hemby Lane in Greenville or give them a call at 752-1600. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. Clip Rock here inside the First Flight Credit Union studio. First Flight Credit Union, taking better care of our community. You can stop by one of their local branches in Greenville, New Bern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary. We got some baseball on here in the studio. We've got Stanford leading California 6-1 in the sixth inning in the ACC tournament. First round earlier today, Duke put up 21 on NC State and knocked the Pac out of the ACC tournament. Also, Kentucky, a 3-1 lead over Vandy in the fourth inning. Those scores on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck. If we can't get Bailey, maybe we can hit one of our interviews. Bailey might be calling here. We got Brooks Hill. We've got Brandon Golden coming up on the show, and some live guests in hour 3. B-Man, Brandon Manning, and Slim 80, Bryce Williams. We got nothing at the moment. Coming up tonight, Knicks and Cavs game 1 in New York, 8 o'clock on ESPN. Marlins and Braves about to throw out the first pitch. Marlins hammered the Braves last night. East Carolina was there. And we saw pictures, video of them talking to Clayton McCullough and Connor Norby, and we'll hear what Connor Norby had to say about Ethan and the team being there in a moment. But right now, we'll head out to the Turner Home Team Live line. Joining us, Brian Bailey, WNCT Sports Director. He's a Hall of Famer. He's the host of the Brian Bailey Show, and he's a guest on Pirate Radio Live. Hello, Bailey.
Hello, how's it going?
It is going great. It's always going great when you can hear a 20-some minute chat with Coach O, Dr. Gary Overton, which we did earlier today. Another year with Coach O, calling ECU games, and just a great resource to have around here, Bailey, to talk baseball with.
It really is, not only with East Carolina and what all the Pirates do, but he's got so much knowledge about how the whole thing works.
Yeah.
Are the Pirates in, the Pirates out, are they on the bubble? He said a number of times they are squarely on the bubble. And that bubble's round, so I'm not sure how that all works. But
what does that mean for NC State? Were they bubbled off the bubble earlier today, getting had 21 runs put up on them?
Yeah, they were up 8-6 in that game, too, at one point. And things didn't go so well for Elliott Avent and company. So I think they're squarely off. They're going to need a lot of help to get in, I think.
Yeah, and kind of big picture here, seeing some rumblings. Mully talked about it earlier with the contract unknown, but Elliott Avent, is his time coming to an end in Raleigh, you think?
That's some of the rumors going around. We were talking to some of the guys at CBS 17 today, and they said that's the hot rumor there, but they haven't heard anything officially, so it's just all hearsay right now.
Interesting. Pirates will play coming up on a Friday. It is a long wait. You remember when the ECU women were the 2 seed in the basketball tournament, we had to wait till late Friday night. This time we wait until Friday, and it's early Friday morning, Bailey, 9 a.m. I wonder how Cliff and company feel about that. I know they like the buys and all that, but playing at 9 a.m.
And the way they've set this thing up, you have to, because they've got a lot of games set for that Friday to try to get, because some teams are in the double elimination portion and trying to work their way back into the winner's bracket. And so they've got a lot of things. If you win that first game, you're in good shape. If you lose that game, you got to come back and play later on Friday. So could be a long day, depending on how they do.
We were talking yesterday, Bailey, about, what would your grade be for this ECU baseball team? And just due to the standard set, I gave him a C. That might be kind of harsh, factoring in injuries and everything, but the win total overall is a little less than what you want. The win total in conference play, about 3 games or so less than I would like. So didn't want to give him a B. I went with the C. How about you? Just you got to factor in expectations, I think, when it comes to all sports, but with ECU baseball and the standard Cliff Godwin has said. But what would you give ECU regular season wise this year?
Well, I see your point. I think when you look at everything, obviously the injuries play a big factor in it, but I think the inconsistencies, even despite the injuries, there were so many inconsistencies. One game they would come out and look like gangbusters, and the next game they would come out and just look like they didn't even, and Cliff complained a bunch of times that they didn't act like they really wanted to play and that they weren't into it, that kind of thing. So, I look at it, I think they did a lot late, because I think some teams would have just folded with all the injuries and said, hey, especially a team that I think this was a top 10 type team to start the year. I think they all thought they could finish in the top 10. They were going to host a regional. And I think as the injuries kept mounting and then the inconsistencies crept in, I guess if I were giving them a grade, I'd be right there with you, but I think I'd go B-. I think they deserve a lot of credit for, and you say B-, they still won a conference championship.
I know, that's the thing. Yeah. It's like
expectations are big, and I think that it all plays into the same thing.
Yeah, it is crazy the way that we have talked about this team this year, and they end up co-conference champions in the American and have a chance to get in that large. Again, Bailey, it's all a guessing game at this point. We can use the resources from D1 baseball and all the projections and RPI and metrics and stuff like that. But what do you think, knowing all ECU needs to do to get in that large? Obviously, they can go win the whole thing, but how many wins do they need to seal in that large, in your opinion?
Well, Or
do they have to win the whole thing to get in your opinion?
I think they've got a chance if they don't win it, if they don't win the championship, they still have a chance because I think, as Coach O said, they're squarely on the bubble. But I think that every win they can notch in Clearwater is going to help their cause. Now, if you go there and lose 2 games on Friday, then I think you're on the outside looking in. Still have a chance, but I think your chances go down. But I think with every victory they can get, they add to it. But it all depends too on who. Some of these conference tournaments are some bids going to be stolen. The more bids that get stolen, the more you slide down that scale, and you're on the outside looking in. If it goes chalk, and these teams that are already in are going to win conference tournaments, then you kind of stay up on the right side of the NCAA deal and have a chance to get in.
Well, Mully was talking about another thing to keep an eye on when you're a bubble team is those one-bid leagues. And does your regular season champion win the conference championship and make it a true one-bid league? And a couple of examples of that, just looking at the RPI, Bailey, let's see, you could go UC Santa Barbara in the Big West, 37 wins, 35 in the RPI. Miami of Ohio in the MAC, 37 RPI with 38 wins. Southeast Missouri State, 38 wins in the Ohio Valley Conference. And I'm not seeing any other Ohio Valley or MAC schools or anybody. Big West, I don't believe, up here. Maybe a Gonzaga who, no, they're West Coast Conference. So that's, I think, 3 examples of we need those teams to win their leagues, make sure that they don't get in as at larges and just go in. And that helps East Carolina on the bubble side of things.
And that's where you look at those bid stealers. I mean, there's and they're going to happen. I mean, it happens year in and year out. You just hope, like you said, you hope you don't see many of them.
I wonder, Bailey, and sort of been a good question for Coach O when I had him on yesterday. I don't know if you guys talked about it, but any chance UTSA gets to the championship game and gets in, or are they going to need to win the tournament to get in? Is the American a one-bid league if ECU wins it, and perhaps a 2-bid league if ECU loses in the championship?
Yeah, I asked Coach O that, and UTSA with their RPI is down. Their strength of schedule is really down.
Yeah.
So I think that you look at that. East Carolina has obviously the best shot, but they're co-champions. Because Coach O always says, your regular season champion gets a little boost. Well, you have co-champions, so who gets the boost? I guess they both, get one a little bit of a boost, but still, I still think the Pirates have some work to do in order to safely get in the tournament.
Out of 4 projections yesterday, 2 had ECU going to Chapel Hill, 2 had ECU going to Atlanta. Would you like to go down the road a little bit, or would you like a little trip to Georgia for baseball?
It's easier for us coverage-wise because we've got some softball and baseball we're trying to keep up with as well, but I think either one of those would be very difficult. You're looking at Georgia Tech and North Carolina and what North Carolina's done this year, but the Pirates have, they went 1-1-1 against them, so I think East Carolina, if they get put in Chapel Hill, they'll have a little smile on their face because they're playing again. What was the theme last year for East Carolina baseball? House money. There you go.
Yeah, playing with more of that, and had North Carolina on the ropes in that Game 3 in Chapel Hill before it was called a tie. Brian Bailey joining us. Bailey, I've heard you and Mully use the term Black Friday for what happened to the Pitt County baseball teams on Friday night.
Yeah, it was really disheartening because you know how hard these kids have worked. They're from the same, all of them in the same county. They all keep up with one another. They battle each other. At least Rose and Conley do during the regular season, and you get in your own classification. And I really thought, I knew Whiteville was going to be tough for Aiden Grifton. Whiteville has that great baseball history. I was really surprised at Rose because I was at that game, and I really didn't think that that was a game that Rose would lose, but they did. Anytime in the postseason, especially in the high school ranks, you only play 7 innings, and you get to inning number 4 and 5, and it's getting late. And that if you let a team hang around, and that's what you end up with. And Conley has, I think the folks at Conley really thought they had such great depth in their pitching that if they could have gotten to a best of 3, which was the next round, the Eastern Finals, and then the state championship finals, they had a really good shot, but they had to get past one more, and they couldn't do it.
So what do we got left? I know you talked to Keita Sneed from J.H. Rose Softball. Wayne Deans and Conley still alive and well, Bailey. So what are you guys covering tonight?
I'll be at Conley and Heritage. They play game one tonight at Conley at Hollywood Crossroads. Rose is at Union Pines for their game one. Their game two is tomorrow night at J.H. Rose. Those are the really, really local teams. West Carteret is on the road against Southeast Alamance. We'll keep up with them from Eastern North Carolina. Manningl and North Duplin in 2A. And then, of course, the fine folks at Beargrass Charter. They got a doubleheader, softball, baseball. East Columbus comes to town for both of those games. And that's the best, the game one of the best of three finals for baseball and softball in the East region.
Brian Bailey joining us. BB, you asked me earlier today off the air what I thought about the Commander schedule. Kind of the same thoughts you probably have about your Cowboys, although you might just be tired of seeing the Giants week one. But we both open up division, and for us, road division games at Philly, at Dallas. Haven't seen Washington and Dallas play that early, seems like, in a while. So, man, we'll still be a long ways to go, obviously, but those NFC East standings will be interesting after 2 weeks.
There will be. And, it's funny when you look at a schedule. I remember when it came out last year, and I can't remember the third game, but I know the Eagles and then the Chiefs, and I thought, man, that's 2 losses in a row right there around the holiday. And the Cowboys won those 2 games, won another game right in that series, and then couldn't win down the stretch, so they didn't make the playoffs. But you never can tell. It comes down to injuries. It comes down to who's playing well. I think the Cowboys have improved their roster defensively immensely, but they had a long, long way to go. So I don't know if they quite got that far or not.
Brian, we talked about this off the air today. I never thought I'd see Robert Griffin III tweeting the name of a past Brian Bailey show guest, but I saw he tweeted about Q Tucker and, the North Carolina High School Association. So there was a sprinter from Mallard Creek who was suspended, or I'm sorry, who was not given the win because he kind of held his hand up right before he crossed the finish line. And I guess they called it taunting and he was disqualified. And now you probably know more about it than me. I'm reading what RG3 is talking about it. He says that according to the coach, there was never a warning for taunting or anything. And I don't know what's going on with this mess right now.
Well, they first came out and said, the North Carolina High School Athletic Association says the team was warned, and now they're coming back and the team saying, hey, we didn't get a warning. It's a very strict policy from what I've read about celebrating during, when you're actually in the competition of running or whatever you're doing. Now, my point is, he basically I thought he raised his hand to signify the fact he was getting a ring. But I read somewhere else that he was raising his hand like 5 fingers for a 5th title or 5 or something like that, the number 5. But my point is, there's so much taunting and stuff. And I talked to some of the baseball coaches about it. There's just chirping at one another. If he had turned around and called the guy's mom her name or said, I blasted you, and cussed at him or something, he didn't do anything like that. I mean, he did. He raised his hand, but at some point, common sense has to come into play.
Yeah.
The penalty, the jail sentence has to go along with the crime.
Right.
And that's a heavy crime to pay. DQ, disqualified for a state championship. And I just think, the team that finished second doesn't deserve to be first. They don't deserve the state championship.
I would feel gross taking the championship that way. Like we didn't earn that. We didn't.
So, I think if they do the right thing, they'll come back and say, we do have a strict policy.
Yeah.
And if there was a warning, then I think you have a different thing. If there wasn't a warning, you just gotta have common sense. And that wasn't. When I first read the story, I thought, man, he must have turned around and just gave somebody the business.
Yeah.
He's going to be DQ'd for that. And then I saw the video, and that video's been seen 10 million views or something?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, not much to it, but again, it's how strict are they, letter of the law. But I like the common sense thought there, Bailey. Let's go ahead and reverse this and move on with our lives. All right, BB, great edition of – go ahead.
If you're speeding and you're going 26 and a 25, you shouldn't get the big ticket because you barely, who knows. But if you're going 40 and a 25, then it's a different deal. Just my thought.
All right. You're not pulled over right now, are you?
Officer, I apologize. I'm talking to Pirate Radio right now.
Wait,
No.
what? You put your arm out the window. How many fingers were you holding up at the?
Hey! To update Brian Meador's.
Oh my God! Great story earlier.
He said those kids on the plane cried the whole time,
Ah.
whole way to Charlotte.
Brian Meador, like the first thing out of his mouth was, the decision not to have children is the best decision I ever made in my life. I was like, all right, this is going to be a great interview.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Check that out on the Brian Bailey Show as he talked about the family with little kids at the airport earlier today, and a little Pirate athletics as well.
Cried the whole way, he said.
All right, BB. Enjoyed it, man.
All right, y'all take care. All righty.
There he is, the Hall of Famer Brian Bailey joining us. Turner Home Team Live Line. We'll take a break, come back when we return. Let's talk some more Pirate baseball with Brandon Golden. Got that on the way on a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We are back with you after this.
Hey Birdland, head to Camden Yards on Saturday, May 23rd as the Orioles take on the Detroit Tigers. Be one of 15,000 fans to score Samuel Basayo's first ever MLB bobblehead, presented by Giant Food. This is your chance to celebrate one of baseball's most exciting young stars and add a must-have collectible to your collection. Don't miss it. Get tickets at Orioles.com/tickets.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality, they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you, humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. It's time for bats, balls, and turkey calls. Working on that grand slam? Swing into turkey season with the perfect shotgun to knock that gobbler out of the park. Brite, Mossberg, Weatherby, Savage, Beretta, Rossi, CVA, and Browning, you name it, we've got it. Choose from the largest selection in Eastern NC. We'll make you blow fans away. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make a Country Mart in Pitt County. With 2 great locations already serving our community, Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And we're growing. A brand new location is coming soon on Highway 11 right across from Aidan Grifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
May is Celebration Month at Basil's in Greenville, and we're celebrating all ECU graduates. Stop in today and check out Basil's new specialty menu, packed with bold, flavorful dishes like shrimp tacos, taco salad, chipotle chicken pasta, and taco pizza. Plus, don't miss our weekly specials, $4.50 margaritas every Tuesday and $3 North Carolina craft beers on Wednesday. And of course, all your Basil's favorites are always available for lunch and dinner. Eat local, drink local at Basil's, your community restaurant and pizzeria on Fire Tower Road in Greenville. Pirates supporting Pirates.
Your future is full of possibilities, and Pitt Community College can help you explore every option. You can earn a degree, learn a trade, transfer to a university, or launch a new career. We offer the support you need to succeed with flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs designed for the real world. Your path, your future, your college. Pitt Community College. Register now.
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
This is Ryan Jones, and you listen to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Looking for a place for lunch? Basil's lunch menu features signature pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, and salads starting at $11. Eat local, drink local at Basil's, your community restaurant and pizzeria on Fire Tower Road in Greenville. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Basil's famous for their great pizza, pasta. Rajay says, get the wings. I think Rajay.
My God!
What's up, my guy? Talk to Rajay later this week. Get an update from him. Right now, we'll continue the Pirate baseball talk. As earlier today, chatted with Brandon Golden, former strength conditioning coach with East Carolina, and talked about the Pirates from the past and also the Pirates of present day as they will get ready to take on all comers in the American Conference Tournament this weekend. I'm stalling right now, and I love to stall. The thing about a stall is you get it to yourself. There's a lock on the door, and you can lock the door of the stall. You can stall in the stall if you want to. You can use stall power equipment. Is that, yeah. While you're in the stall.
You can stall in the stall using stall equipment.
Correct. Is there one more?
Stalling to start the video that we were supposed to start. Before we stall.
Yeah, you want to do that now?
Yes, sure.
All right,
before we come to a complete stall.
All right, go ahead.
All right, go.
All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, Brandon Golden, as we get ready for some postseason baseball. Brandon, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Doing good. The ebbs and flows with a long baseball season. It has been a roller coaster for the Pirates this year, and you end up co-conference champions, a bye to the quarterfinals, 3 wins away from winning another conference tournament championship, and right now you're on the right side of the bubble, so it just depending on the Monday or Tuesday I talk to you and what week it is, how we're feeling about Pirate baseball. I will say, Brandon, you've always kept the optimistic approach. That's a little tougher for me to do, but here they are, man. Another co-championship.
Another championship. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where I don't know if it's that I've lived it and been a part of it and gone into the day-to-day of it, but, I mean, I've talked to, like I said, CG and JP so many times, and Mully and a couple other guys that are close to the program down there that say this is one of the best, if not the best team they've had. So, yeah, I mean, when guys that I trust tell me that, it's like, hey, I'm not there every day. They know what they got, and, yeah, here they are, champs again.
So you train for this moment in the off season and all the work you put in. How about at this point in the season, Brandon? The Pirates have a nice little layoff here from Sunday to Friday morning. No games. So what do you do strength and training wise at this point in the season, and when you got a little time off? Are the guys resting? Are the guys working? Is it a mix of two? What's important this week?
Yeah, it's definitely a mix of both. I mean, obviously you want them to, be themselves and kind of keep that same routine. So when I was there, we were getting some lifts in and keeping similar lifts when we were in Greenville and just, getting that exposure to the strength and power that they need, and nothing too taxing where it's going to tire them out and fatigue them for practice. But they will go out there and probably take some BP and throw and do whatever they need to bullpen-wise and just, get ready to go play.
What's the difference, Brandon, off season, and this is probably a big answer, a long answer. You can shorten it up for us. But between off season and the workouts you do in the weight room and weight training versus in season, and especially here towards the end of the season, what are the major differences?
Yeah, I think the biggest difference is like which one takes priority. Obviously, in the off season, the strength and conditioning and preparing for this moment takes the priority. And the baseball could be the baseball is always important, but it just doesn't hold as much weight during that time. Right now, the baseball holds all the weight, and you get the exposure to the weight room and to the stimulus that you need to go out there and do your thing. But we're not going to overkill it and not just going to expose them just to make ourselves feel as good as performance coaches. We're just going to give them what they need and let them go be athletic and go win.
Brandon, how do you make a fast guy like Grady Linehan faster, or a bigger guy like Austin Irby have a little more speed? What are the things you do? It's probably off-season work, but what do you do with those guys to make them faster?
Yeah, one of the things that I do, I think we do a really good job is identifying who people are and like what their tendencies are. Like we've talked about Burns ad nauseum for some of the things that he's good at, but like Irby, for example, like if he's a guy that's a little bit wider and needs to have more force production in the mound, like really into the ground, not the mound, but like some of the best ways and the only really ways to get faster are increase stride length or stride frequency. So figuring out which one for him, like, do you need to increase his stride length? Like, I haven't spent a whole lot of time around Austin, but he's not a super tall guy from my knowledge. Right. So it's like, don't probably necessarily need to increase his stride length, but maybe the frequency and the rate at which he can turn over. So, just really dialing in and figuring out what it is that you're trying to accomplish and where you need to attack it and then go from there.
Brandon Golden joining us. Pirates tend to play their best baseball at the end of the year every year, BG. And what do you associate that with? I mean, we see guys get red hot during this tournament in Clearwater and then carry that over into a regional. Happens every year. What do you credit that to?
Yeah, I think Clearwater is such an awesome place to be. But I got chills thinking about it right now. Like just us being down there, we're out of school, like guys are hanging out, going out to dinner together. The whole staff's together. Our families are there. Man, that place has always been an us against the world mentality, and I don't think that's going to change. And I think that's part of it too. It's like, you look at the ACC, the SEC, who can pay guys a crap ton of money, and we're doing our fair share of paying guys, obviously. But it's still seemingly that people perceive us as the little brother, which it's like, hey, we're not. Like we're one of the best programs in the country, and when you let guys that are that talented just go out there and focus on baseball and let themselves play free, which the staff has done a great job, obviously, is why we've been so successful. Like that's why it happens. Like it's such a beautiful place. It's such a cool opportunity, and the ball's in their court, man. Like it's the proof's in the pudding, kind of, so to speak. And it's like, it's time for them to go play or get ready for the next season. So they really don't have anything to lose this year. And in years past, we don't either. It's show up, play the game, and let's see what we can make of this thing.
Brandon Golden joining us. Pirates were in Miami last night checking out the Marlins punking my Atlanta Braves. Hopefully the Pirates can take some of that with them from Clayton McCullough and Connor Norby, because they took it to Atlanta last night. And that's just another reminder of the sport of baseball and how things can go your way for a day or a week or a month, and then you can lose 12-0 or whatever. I talked about it with Wyatt Lunsford Shinkman. He's part of the Mariners organization, and we were talking about Cal Raleigh, who couldn't get out last year and can't get a hit this year. And just one of those things, Brandon, that you see in the sport of baseball.
For sure, man. It's such an interesting thing where, you feel like, we've talked about Washer before. I want to say the 2019 regional where he was just hitting balls like all over the place, and he's seeing beach balls, and he comes around, I think it was like his second or third in one game, and he's like, holy crap, like what is happening? Like, dude, just
so even the guy doing it can't explain it.
He's like, holy crap! Like, I'm like, what do you see? And he's like, dude, it just looks like a beach ball. Like, and there's certain things in certain times where I feel like that's such a cool microcosm for life, because there's certain times where you feel like life is going great and you're on top of the world, and there's other times where it's like, man, like I can't even breathe. Like it's just so hard. So that's to me what's so cool about the game of baseball. But yeah, man, it's such a process-oriented thing, because you can be having so much success or failure, and you just got to keep going.
Pirates back in the projections for a regional, Brandon. I looked at 4 different publications yesterday. 2 of them had them in Chapel Hill. 2 of them had them in Atlanta. facing Georgia Tech, and what a regular season for the Yellow Jackets this year.
Yeah.
Maybe the best team in baseball outside of UCLA, I guess. But if you're East Carolina, would you rather see a Tar Heel team that you've already beaten? Now, they have beaten you as well, and there was a tie, or would you rather see a new team in a region? Do you have a preference there?
I mean, me personally, I would rather us go to Chapel Hill. I think we, just everything this team's been through. Anytime we see the Carolina Tar Heels, like it's a different thing for us, and it means a lot more to us, I think, than it does to them. And great staff, great people over there, but I think it's just something to where I know our fans will be there, and they'll probably try to not let our fans in there, but like we'll have just as much, if not more. We travel well. I like our chances there a lot better than I do at Georgia Tech. But at the same time, like wherever, and Cliff and the staff says this all the time, it's like wherever they say we got to go is where we'll go, and we'll be ready to play. And just selfishly, I hope it's in Chapel Hill so I can drive up and still run my facility.
There we go. I have not admittedly watched any UCLA baseball this year, but looking at it from the outside, I didn't know if I was overstating it, so I asked Coach Gary Overton, who knows a thing or two about baseball and college baseball history, like where would you put this record they have in this season they've had, with the all-time seasons? And he said it's up there. You just don't see a lot of single-digit loss years. Would they lose 6 or 8 or something like that? I mean, just
something along those lines, yeah.
Speaking of unexplainable things, the sport of baseball to be that good every single day, and to their credit, they were picked first right out of the gate. So how tough that is, Brandon, to live up to expectations. But man, I don't. And then Coach O said something like, you just hope the slump isn't coming at this point.
Right.
Like, you've had such a big sample size, but every team goes through it. So if you're UCLA, you're almost worried that it could be coming here at the worst time. But man, they've been awesome.
Yeah, and you're getting down to crunch time. Like you're getting down to a point where it's like you lose 2 and you're done at some point in time, and in some form or fashion in tournament baseball. And it's playoff baseball. It's time to go.
BG, Brandon Golden joining us. Brandon had another major over the weekend. We got NBA. We got Hurricanes back in action finally.
Yeah.
Coming up Thursday night. We found out their opponent late last night, Montreal, defeating Buffalo. So get some Canes hockey going later this week.
Yeah, it should be awesome, man. It should be a great weekend and a lot of awesome stuff coming up.
You like the Pirates' chances in Clearwater, I assume?
Yeah, always.
Always. Yes,
always.
Sir. All right, BG. Well, have a good week, man. We'll talk to you next week, and hopefully we're previewing a regional here.
Let's do it. Talk to you then, man.
All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, Brandon Golden, as we get ready for some postseason baseball. Brandon, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Doing good. The ebbs and flows with a long baseball season. We'll come back. Brooks Hill joins us on video. Brooks Hill coming up next. Brooks Hill. We'll talk some Hurricanes hockey. He's celebrating another championship as the play-by-play voice of the Binghamton Black Bears. We will talk Canes and Canadiens when we return. Hour 3. It's Two Winner Tuesday. We're giving away 2 tickets to a Downey's Bird Dogs game and lunch for 2 at Chico's. That can be yours in hour number 3. Stay tuned. More to go. Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can Series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Carolina Eagle Distributing is celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. For 150 years, Budweiser has been the heart of America beer culture, bringing people together across generations. Cheers to 150 years. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989.
Hey Pirate Nation, Frank Etheridge here with First Flight Credit Union. Does this warm weather find you dreaming about weekends on the water? Make it happen with a boat loan from First Flight Credit Union. Whether you're upgrading your fishing boat, cruising with your family, or chasing sunsets, we offer competitive rates, flexible terms, and fast and local decisions, so you can spend less time waiting and more time boating. Apply today at one of our branches located in Greenville, New Bern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary. All local residents are membership eligible. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Go Pirates.
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
We declare it's time for you to trade into a new vehicle at the Declaration of Deals sales event at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep has doubled down with dealer discounts and now has savings up to $12,000 on a new 2026 Ram 1500 and a special finance rate on Ram of 2.9% for 72 months. If you aren't looking for a truck, no problem. We declare that 2026 Grand Cherokee come with savings up to $6,000. Or you can lease America's most awarded SUV for as low as $429 per month. But that's not all. Save up to $7,000 on a new 2026 Jeep Wrangler or lease one for as low as $379 per month.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Cockerel in Greenville. Come see us!
36-month leases, 10,000 miles per year, and $39.99 due at signing. Tax tags and $8.99 admin fee not included. Check out all the great deals at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep or at ecauto.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Jacob Jiggins Cowart, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
Oh, dude, that home run just busted your windshield.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
You're not worried about it?
Yeah, I've got Brandon Manning and Farm Bureau Insurance.
Hey, Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs. Like passing that drug test? Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and well, light one up. You've earned it. With weekly events like trivia, karaoke, comedy, open mic, movie night, and of course, all your favorites. Flour, merch, carts, edibles, and wellness products. Whatever you need to legally take the edge off, we've got your vibe covered. Order online at theholistico.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
This is Jennings Hall, former ECU volleyball player, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at AA.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. PGV, where the pirates fly. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Rolling right along, hour number 2. We finally have an opponent for the Carolina Hurricanes in the Eastern Conference Finals, and that opponent is Montreal. They beat Buffalo last night and overtime and win the series in 7 games, and we talk about that and more with Brooks Hill, who I talked to earlier today. Let's hear that now. Joining us on Pirate Radio Live, good to talk to and good to see former Pirate Radio intern, now the voice of the Binghamton Black Bears, and does more with that organization. He is a multi-time champion. He is Brooks Hill. What's up, Brooks?
What's up, man? Yeah, it's hard to believe that we won our 3rd championship just about 2 weeks ago.
Well, the clock struck midnight for Cinderella, but
That it did. I went back and listened to you and Shirley's critique the rest of the night.
I mean, it was so. Be honest. When did you come up with the line?
So I had done a podcast here locally in Binghamton probably about a week before, and I will say the last 2 years I have kind of stumbled on the call. The first year we won the championship, it was still a 1-goal game, like with the net empty, and the puck was in our end of the ice.
Oh,
So
man.
I was still trying to do actual play-by-play of what's going on, and then the horn sounds, and you're trying to speak over everybody. And then the next year had a little bit more time, still messed up, but this year I realistically, I told the interviewer that I'm gonna have what I want to say written down, and it probably took me until Thursday night to actually have it written down. So probably like a day before the championship, I knew what I was gonna say if the opportunity presented itself. And fortunately, we were up by 2, and with 15 seconds left, you could kind of sense that it's not going to happen for the other guys to mount the comeback, and then you're able to paint the picture.
The line was fine, but sticking the landing right when the horn sounded, that was the ultimate for me. That made it
I appreciate
awesome.
it.
Yeah.
Well, I learned from a true professional in you, Clip.
Well, I don't know when I've ever stuck the landing, but I appreciate it, Brooksy. Brooks Hill joining us. Brooks, Canes, Canadiens. How about that series? I thought Carolina was never going to play again. I thought they were just going to keep playing overtimes last night. But what a game, what a series. We had a rally by Buffalo from down 2-0, but Montreal wins it in overtime. So, am I right, Brooks? Montreal had their way with the Canes in the regular season. Is that right?
That is, they're actually had the most wins against the Hurricanes out of any team in the NHL, and that was 3.
So, how you feel about the matchup?
I feel like it's good matchup. I think sometimes you look at the schedule and you find out if you're going to compare the regular season matchups where that really fell in the calendar. Sometimes right before you get to like the Olympic break or coming right after that 2-week break, you see the Canadiens, and it's kind of at that point you would consider it like a throwaway game that you're not really too concerned with the result. I will say the one game that sticks out the most is the one in Raleigh where it became a slugfest. And, both teams trading chances. Hurricanes had a lead, then they blew it. Then the Canadiens had a lead, they blew it. Then the Hurricane, you go back and forth like that. But that was also during a time where Freddie Anderson wasn't playing good hockey. But right now, he's playing the best hockey out of any goaltender in the entire world. And that's something that you can actually say because his numbers back that up. And, it'll be 12 days off by the time we get to Thursday next week. But hopefully everybody has rested and recuperated. And I think that they're going to have a lot of jump in game 1. And I think game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals is going to be monumentous for the Hurricanes.
No, I agree. I'm tired of talking about the rest versus rust coming out flat or coming out hot, but I mean, it is a big factor. No, I don't know if any team has had, as much of a layoff as the Canes have had in these first 2 rounds. I'm going to say no, because they're the first team to go 8-0, whatever, since what? Gretzky,
80, yeah, I think he was 85 or 86 with the Oilers, but they're the first team since the NHL changed to best of 7 in every round of the playoffs.
Right,
to
so
go
it's never
8-0
been done.
to
Yeah.
start.
So
that is that part of it is absolutely true, and it's a little unprecedented. But then on the other side, Montreal's played 2 game 7s in their first 2 rounds.
That's crazy. So they played 14 games to our 8.
Correct, and both of their game 7s went to overtime.
That's just wild to think about. They've almost doubled the games that the Canes have played here in the postseason. Yeah, it's going to be rocking on Thursday night. Brooks, are you going to be able to get down south to any games here?
Not for the Eastern Conference Finals. I have spoke with some higher ups on should a situation present itself in June. That also is kind of centered around one of my high school friends' wedding that I will be back in North Carolina for on the 20th, where let's just say the latest date that the Eastern Conference Finals can go is June 2nd, which means the finals would start probably on June 5th or 6th, and you try to factor in some travel days here and there between the games. And there is a scenario where it does line up with when I'm back in North Carolina, and I may or may not have to extend some time off or come in a little bit earlier to take part in some festivities.
We'll get back to the Canes in a moment. What do you do outside of calling the games for Binghamton? What is your off season like with the organization, Brooks?
So fortunately, the last 3 years we've done a lot of post-championship celebration and trophy tour a little bit. Unfortunately, in single A hockey, we only cover the players' housing throughout the season, and then we start the process of trying to get the players moved out. We have exit interviews. So last week I was in charge of getting all the memorabilia and merchandise signed before everybody head out, and we did some final social media interviews that we bank for the summer, and we'll release them out throughout the off season. Day to day, it's a lot of answering the phone and emails, trying to help fans out with season tickets. We start the process of creating a schedule that we send to the league for like proposed dates of what days the arena already has sold out, so we can't have home games, so we need to be on the road, things like that. And then go into corporate meetings and trying to get people to become a partner with the Black Bears, just like you guys do with Pirate Radio.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. It's a lot more than just a play-by-play voice. Is Brooks Hill with the Binghamton Black Bears. All right, so Canes and Canadians. Brooks, I don't know. What are your kind of keys to the series, things to watch if Carolina is going to have success the way they have the first two rounds, they're going to do what in this series?
I think they're going to continue to remain true to rolling four lines of offense with the forwards. Their fourth line has more ice time than any fourth line out of the four teams that are remaining in the NHL, which I think the longer you play really does help out, that nobody's really like worn down. As you said, Montreal has played 14 games already to the Hurricanes 8. So the little small nagging injuries, Hurricanes have had time to, kind of work those out of the system. And it's only the big lingering ones that you're kind of worried about that like have to get addressed, like surgery, things like that. Montreal's power play will be the best that we've seen so far in the postseason compared to Ottawa and Philadelphia. So the PK is really going to have to step up as well. Hard to say really step up because they've been great and they've been phenomenal. But I think the Hurricanes also need to try to get it done on the power play. Montreal is the most penalized team that's left in the playoffs. So special teams going to be really big. But the Hurricanes have really dominated 5-on-5 this offseason, or excuse me, this postseason. And that's where they've separated themselves from their competition so far.
I'm excited about the venues, Brooks. Carolina's known to have one of the. I heard Steve Levy say in a sport where home ice is really not a factor, Carolina has a home ice advantage, which was cool to hear a national guy say that. I asked Mike Maniscalco last week his favorite place to call a game outside of Lenovo, and he said the Bell Center. He said the setup's great and the atmosphere is awesome. So it is going to be just two great environments to watch hockey in this upcoming series.
I think so. One thing that's great about Lenovo Center is how packed that lower bowl is. And that really does provide a ruckus atmosphere. And with a southern market like the Hurricanes, you see a lot more common fans like you and I, getting involved in the lower bowl when you're in Canada. And one of the big critiques of being in the Canadian market is a lot of the lower bowl are filled with suits and a lot of corporate partners and entertaining clients. You're not getting your everyday Joes out there. And obviously, the Canadians, the original professional hockey team, they have a huge arena, the largest in the NHL, and they are going to pack it to the brim, not only for their home games, but also for their road games as well, with watch parties. And, they are trying to take back hockey as Canada's sport. And unfortunately, the Olympics this year kind of ripped it away from them. But they're going to do everything they can to try to give their team an advantage in a spot where really the Canadians have not played the best hockey this year on home ice. They've been a better team on the road.
No hockey tonight, Brooks. It'll be game one between the Golden Knights and Avalanche coming up Wednesday, Canes and Canadiens on Thursday. Any chance for Vegas in their series against Colorado, or do you think it's going to be the Avalanche in the finals?
So you know what? Last week when we talked, I was 0 for 2 on my Western Conference predictions. I have not forgotten that. And you know what? Vegas has been a pest in Colorado's side the entire season. It's kind of been like their kryptonite, I would say. Sometimes you just have their number. I do think Colorado is a very good team, and I think they are probably the best team that's left that are not the Hurricanes, and it might be even a little bit better. But at this point, you never know. There's 4 teams left, and the 4 teams that are left definitely didn't luck their way into the conference finals. So I think Vegas definitely does have a chance. I think if everybody stays healthy for Colorado, Colorado advances. But, if somebody gets hurt in a key spot, then, Vegas is going to take the opportunity. And Tortorella has been definitely the topic of discussion the last couple of days in the NHL with his recent actions. But I wouldn't count Vegas out quite yet.
On that same Steve Levy interview that I referenced earlier, he talked about Colorado and their weakness being goaltending. And I'm not saying every game is this way, Brooks, but generally speaking, would you rather be Carolina, where at max you're giving up 2 goals, and if you score 3, you feel like you're going to win pretty much any night if you're Carolina? Or would you be Colorado, where maybe you'll give up 3, but you can score 6? So, we might find out in the Stanley Cup final, right? And again, maybe I'm overgeneralizing, but it seems like that's the kind of matchup we could see if those 2 teams make it.
I think that's a very fair assessment if that is the matchup that indeed happens. I think that the Hurricanes are probably not going to get into a slugfest and score, 6 or 7 goals continuously. And it might happen one game,
right?
But I don't think it's going to be like a routine like it kind of has been for Colorado. But that's also something that Colorado has made their bed with, that, hey, we do not have above average goaltending, so we have to be able to put the puck in the back of the net this amount of times to feel confident. You kind of have to moneyball it a little bit. It's like, okay, if we can get to 5 goals in a playoff game, Colorado thinks they're going to win. If they're not up to 5, then I think the number doesn't tilt in their favor a whole lot.
And yeah, the Canes rarely give up many shots. I don't want to look ahead, but that would be a fascinating Stanley Cup final. But business to take care of before then. We can talk about that if we get there. Brooks, how long do you think this Canadian series goes? And do you have Carolina winning it?
I do have Carolina winning it. They're, I believe, minus 275 to win the series. According to some sports books, and
I took them 3 weeks ago plus 220 to win the Eastern Conference. So I got a good number.
Yeah, that is a great number compared to what it is right now, and I think they're minus 200 for game 1 against Montreal. And I think the big thing here is you go out and you win game 1 and you try to put to bed the storyline of they just fall apart when they get to the conference finals. Like, it just wears on them too much. Well, now that they've had their rest, and if you can go out and win game 1, I think that really kills that narrative, even if the Canadians were to win the series. But I do think the Hurricanes are going to advance, and I do like the Hurricanes to make this one quick, and I think the Hurricanes get it done in 5.
Man. All right. Brooks Hill joining us today on a Pirate Radio Live. Brooks, this is our second, third, fourth chat during the Stanley Cup playoffs. Hopefully we can keep it rolling, man. Appreciate you joining us as always.
Absolutely. Thank you guys, and appreciate it. And hopefully the Hurricanes can get this one done.
All right, Brooksy. See you, buddy.
All right. Thank you, man.
Bill, amazing that the Canadians have played 14 games in the playoffs, and Carolina's played 8. That is wild. And Canes are the fresher team. Canadians, maybe a little more rhythm because they've played way more recent than the Canes would have played. But let's see if Bryce walks in front of the camera. Yep, walked right in front of the damn camera. God almighty. Dang. Early bird getting the worm today. Bryce Williams is here. He'll be with us hour 3 along with B-Man Brandon Manning. And is that good or bad?
It was bad.
I don't know. Well, maybe he won't if he hears that. Also, number 2 of our 2-winner Tuesday, 2 tickets to a Down East Bird Dogs game and lunch for 2 at Chico's can be yours in hour 3 as well. More to go. Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. Back with you after this.
A quick getaway to paradise is as easy as breezing into 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel. Enjoy coastal Carolina cuisine featuring fresh local seafood or savor their hand-cut steaks. It's the premier dining destination on the Crystal Coast. The waterfront restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, dinner, and their popular weekend brunch. 34 Degrees North restaurant in Beaufort is open daily. Visit their website, 34degreesnorthrestaurant.com, or call 252-838-7250. 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel.
Hey Pirate friends, it's Rhonda from Russell's and we're back open with a whole new look. We have a ton of surprises for you to see, including our Johnny O's Shop and Shop. Our racks and shelves are fully stocked with all new spring and summer merchandise for both men and women. Make it a point to come by Russell's in downtown Washington to check out the new look, experience the same great customer service you've come to know, and see all the new quality clothing that you love. We can't wait to see our pirate friends and customers back at Russell's in downtown Washington.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Is your car making strange noises or that check engine light still won't go away? At Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service in Greenville, we take the stress out of car care, from quick oil changes to full service repairs. And diesel truck service too. Our certified technicians deliver high quality work without the high dealership prices. No guesswork, no pressure. Just honest, dependable service to get you back on the road with confidence. Don't let a small issue turn into a costly repair. Stop by today or schedule your service now. Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service, keeping Greenville moving.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up.
You know Pip Printing for custom printing and marketing, but do you know they also do custom apparel? Need a company store for your employees, team, or just to sell your custom apparel online? Pip has the team in place to get that up and running for you in no time. Come into our store at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville and check out the clearance sale on jackets and coats. Brands by Cutter & Buck, Gildan, and Carhartt with some items as low as $10. At Pip
PIP, we do a lot more than you think. Call or come out to see the We Do people at PIP Printing.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in eastern North Carolina since 1937. You can shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And I would say let's head back into Pirate Radio Live, except I don't know where Clip is. So, Bryce, will you do me a favor, please, sir? Will you look on that your mixer right below you? Below you, sir. Yep, underneath. Yep, go to number 2. Oh, and there goes Clip. Okay, so somebody was a little tardy coming back from their commercial break. Now back to the show. Here's Clip.
My mic's not on. Vandy is rallying. Bases juiced. Bottom of the 6th.
Man.
They lead Kentucky 5-4 in the SEC tournament. Bryce, the Pirate baseball team, has seen some ups. They've seen some downs. But it all ends in a conference championship in the regular season.
I synced that. You know where I synced that?
Where'd you see it?
Oh, PR 927. Instagram.
There we go. You're on the gram?
I'm on the gram.
What's going on the gram?
PRL everywhere.
Everywhere. All over the place. Bryce, good to have you in here.
Glad to be here.
On a Tuesday, there's a high fly ball into center field.
I didn't
get enough.
Man, they didn't get it.
Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. It's 5-4. Vandy over Kentucky in the 6th inning.
There was oh my bad.
Take it.
It was sports related.
Take it.
I won't have the team come off my tongue because we don't like them. But somebody got a whooping in the ACC tournament.
Gave up around 21 or so.
21. Got some colleagues who are state fans and alumnus. And, yep.
So, Bryce, if you look at the projections for the regionals, we'll have the announcements, the selection show coming up Monday. Right now, the projections have East Carolina. 2 of the projections I saw had East Carolina as one of the last 4 teams in the tournament. And joining them on that list was NC State. So for them to bow out this early in the ACC tournament and to give up 21 runs in the process is not a good thing. Brandon Manning joining us. Is this news to you?
This is. I have literally been.
You're a baseball guy.
I am a baseball guy, and I was in Raleigh. I was in Raleigh working today, and I was on the phone. I did not even turn on a radio or anything. I stayed on the phone from like 12:30 to a few minutes ago.
I love that Bryce knows everything going on in the world of sports and Brandon.
Hey, I'm ahead of it. I'm ahead of it.
I did not have that.
Well, I'm sort of flabbergasted. Right, I mean, my head's just everywhere right now because it just took me 30 minutes.
It's on your shoulders.
Yeah. Just took me 30 minutes to go down 43 Charles. It just seems like
stoplights.
No, no. When I turned on 43 out there, I was like, man, a funeral. Okay, I thought it was a funeral. No, this turns out Grandma Lois was driving 22 down Charles the entire way.
Come on, she's a nice lady.
She is. G-Ma and Mimi and all you Mimas out there, and took a picture of McDonald's earlier this week for Shirley. Got old lady's window couldn't go down, so she's just opening the door out there and everything ordered. And I was like, that's a pet peeve of Shirley's.
I'll tell you what got me this morning coming in was the the work on the level going on.
Oh yeah, up by the new gas station, right? Yeah.
Is that what it's for? Okay.
Yeah, it's got to be a new gas station.
Yeah.
I like how y'all have your own neighborhood lingo.
I'm only
the level.
because of the level. Yeah, man. Hey,
You got to get on the level. You're
Hey
not
man,
on
like
the level.
stay on your side.
I knew what it was because I actually grew up around there. Okay, I mean around the level and hung out with people from the level.
But the first couple days, well, I guess yesterday and last week, it's been pretty free flowing.
Yeah.
And but today it was stopped and had to make a U-E and go all the way around. And
yeah, I want to say it's for the gas station.
I'm gonna take a different route tomorrow to work. All right, B-Man, how about 21-12? Duke beat NC State earlier today.
God. You know what? And I thought Duke was going to have they lost their head coach. I thought they were going to have somewhat of a down year.
Well, they have.
But they still ended up being pretty okay. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, they're in a tough conference, and they had some quality wins this year. So
They move on to face Virginia. Cal and Stanford are playing, and good point. Stanford with an 11-4 lead in the ninth inning. Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard winner of that one takes on Miami. They're going to be playing late night tonight. Notre Dame and Clemson coming up next. The Louisville Pit is scheduled for 9 o'clock tonight. That'll probably start later. So
still not the ACC in my eyes, right there.
Well, you can say it's not or say it is, but it is what it is.
It is. You're correct.
It's hard to fit. Last night I had a question about the coach, what was it, Loxley for Maryland. And he's the coach. He's been the coach of this Big Ten team since 2019.
Robin
Some
Oath?
people just couldn't fathom that Maryland is in the Big Ten. And that happened a long time ago.
No, that was a long time ago.
But it's still.
But what I would give
crazy.
for old Sweaty Gary to be back coaching and the ACC be the ACC.
Man, I saw a graphic. I was telling Brian North, and it wasn't even like back in my day in the 90s. It was like 2003, which is still a long time ago.
Senior year.
But it was a graphic of all the conferences, and the ACC looked so pretty. The Big Ten was beautiful. The SEC was the SEC, and it was like, why did we mess this up?
I know.
God, it was so nice. It was
An old map. I'd love to see that. Just to reminisce about when times were.
And Conference USA was what we have now.
I don't even know what it is.
Mr. Colonial.
The CAA tournament going on, Brandon, and Wilmington did make their own conference tournament. So only 6 teams go. And since Wilmington won last year, they hosted this year, and they were the last team in. They almost hosted a tournament they weren't a part of.
Wow.
That would have been tough. And not a lot of tickets sold, I would imagine.
Got to watch for the Coastal news in the next couple of weeks. That's a big deal if their coach leaves for South Carolina.
Right.
Now, there's been a couple of coaches leave from Coastal and go to other schools in the last few years, and they sort of haven't had a letdown. But if he leaves, it's going to be some. If he doesn't leave, there's some people calling for a guy from Greenville to go to South Carolina. It's the rumor mill.
Wait, if
he doesn't leave,
yeah, Cliff Godwin's always going to be mentioned for jobs, no doubt.
But
Bryce probably knows this because he's up on things. I don't know if you do, but there is some talk that, I mean, it's today Elliott Avent's last game as the NC State head coach.
You know what? I was talking to a former Wolfpack pitcher,
Andrew Brackman.
We can call him.
All right,
he can go pick up. He's down in Texas on a ranch.
Okay,
he was
I hear you, Dutton.
A Hyde. No, not that kind of ranch. He is like a exotic animal hunting guide. He was down in Hyde County doing duck hunting and bear hunting for a while, and he did not look anything like the Andrew Brackman. He had like long hair and drove an old pickup truck and all this sort of stuff. But not anyway. So I was talking to former Wolfpacker Jeff Stallings, and he's like, "Yeah, that's the word.
Really?
That's what's going on. I mean, it's been the word for the last 3 years.
Right?
Is this his 30th year?
No way.
25th.
He's got an interesting
25th
Wikipedia page. He's 70 years old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, he's out there.
So he got there in 97. Yeah, you're about there, Brandon.
Yeah.
Jeez. Man. So Elliott Avent attended NC State
But he didn't play high school baseball.
Had intentions of playing college baseball.
Red Oak.
But when he saw the way Sammy Esposito treated other players, even considered better than him, he decided not to try out for the team. I just find that funny. He left NC State when he was 20 credits away from a degree in order to focus on a career as a baseball coach.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's been the NC State baseball coach.
Jeez.
So that's a pretty interesting story there.
Great recruiter, man. He's had some. He used to own the Tidewater area in recruiting. I mean, that was his pipeline. This great baseball players.
So State's been to how many College World Series? 1, 2, 3. Been to 3 since. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 3 since 2013.
Oh, but how many total since he's been there?
3. 3 the entire time. 3 since 2013.
Okay.
And I've been to several supers in there as well. But there is some chatter about his days being over at NC State. Mike P wants to know if Andrew Bragman can get him some exotic meats.
Mike P said that?
Mike P said that.
He can probably get you one of those Jim's books. Jim's Brook. Is it Brook or Book?
Gims buck?
Gims Book.
What are y'all saying? What language is this?
I think it's a Gims buck.
Maybe an Impala.
An Impala.
I want like an ostrich
That'd be
burger.
good. I wonder what they taste like. You think they taste like a deer?
I know the guy that manages our office. He went over there hunting in Africa a while back and brought back some stuff. And I'm trying to remember if we actually ate anything.
So this is Pirate Radio Outdoors presented by Strauss Marine. All right, you said he's in Texas. Like, what is it? Does he go other places?
So no. So in Texas, you can fence in large quantities of land because it is the land of a lot of land.
The land of land.
And they fence in. They'll have 8-foot tall fences for thousands upon thousands of acres, and they'll breed and have if you want to shoot a crazy looking 300-inch deer and pay $25,000 to say you shot it, they'll lead it out there on a little leash for you. and get sorry guys that do that kind of hunting. That's just
that's kind of lame.
Not my thing. But I mean, there's guys, but they have zebra and stuff like that in Africa.
Wow.
I mean in Texas.
That sounds like kind of like white collar guys trying to be blue collar or something.
I mean, it's very much like corporate events. Hey, we're gonna take. That's
I'm a real man.
Yeah.
Watch what I can do.
That's like y'all taking all your businesses at one time that y'all did advertise and say, hey, we're going on a fishing trip in Eastern North Carolina, but out there and in the Midwest, they fly them down to Africa and say, y'all shoot whatever you want to shoot. It's on us, and it's really not super expensive. Look, the guy right there. We're sitting here talking about hunting in Africa, and we got a pro right here.
Victor's from Nigeria. Mike P said I wouldn't call that hunting. Yeah,
thanks, Mike P.
Not much hunting.
I'm with you.
Going on
Good evening, cowards.
Good evening, cowards. But Jamie he said I got one of those exotic meat jerky packages. Wasn't that great?
Did you go to the Jerky Depot in Gatlinburg to get that?
Great question. We'll find out. All right, B-Man.
Yep.
Once we bury the Pirates and we get our pallbearers, we carry out the grave.
Fools!
We put it in the hole. They win 3 games.
But we talk about it. I can't even talk. I mean, I can't even talk. I'm very excited by the way we ended the regular season. And how are we as a fan base that there's still people mad and upset and everything about how we're doing and everything, and we're co-champions of the conference?
Yeah.
How spoiled are we?
Yeah.
I mean, and that sucks. I mean, and I'm with everybody. I'm like, man, we didn't have the best season. But you know what?
I just want to get in and have a chance to win. Get into the regional and have a chance. That's
by God, you can't win 40 games every year.
No.
You had the conference pitcher of the year, or no, honorable mention. What was Norby?
First team.
You had a bunch of injuries to a lot of key guys that kept you away from maybe 4 or 5 more wins than what you got. You had 4 or 5 wins on what we have. Our season looks a heck of a whole lot different. I think we're fine. I mean, I honestly think that this bye is helping us more than anything, and we're getting some guys some much needed rest. I think they got their beach day in. Their 37 minutes, they get a sand time down there in Clearwater.
That's all it is.
Man, a former player's like, yeah, we got 37 minutes this year. It was an extra 6 minutes than normal.
Well, not to be stern dad, but like that sun can drain you. We need to make sure we're 100%.
Definitely can.
Yes, you still got to have fun and let them be kids, don't you? Don't you?
I don't know. Some of the kids make a lot more money than we are right now.
Yeah.
They can buy their own fun.
They probably can.
Yeah.
They probably can. You're right.
There's a few of them players that can pay for a lot of fun wherever they go. Let's take a break. We'll come back. How long y'all got?
About 45 minutes. 5:45.
I'll get 5:30.
All right. Sounds good. All right. I think I heard what y'all said. Shirley, you want to do a giveaway? We are giving away 2 tickets to a Down East Bird Dogs game. You can go catch some baseball this summer, B-Man?
We are. We finished the Winterville Recreation last night, and I have the summer off to enjoy being a fan.
Good. Catch some bird dogs action going on.
Some gnomes.
Yeah, some gnomes. We are giving away 2 tickets, Down East Bird Dogs, and lunch for 2 at Chico's. On us right now, 317-1250. Caller 4 is a winner. 317-1250. Call now for your chance to win Bird Dogs tickets and lunch for 2 at Chico's. Back with you after this.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. And on the last Sunday of every month, Doug Henry is open. Your weekend just got a little easier when you're looking for a car because you can shop at Doug Henry of Greenville on Sundays. Visit Doug Henry for the biggest selection of used cars. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Mention Pirate Radio for $500 off any vehicle. Right on the corner and always right on the price. Doug Henry of Greenville. Go Pirates!
It's bow time. Sometimes the craving for Bojangles Supremes is so strong you just gotta have them, even when your gas tank is on empty and Bojangles is still 10 miles away. Nothing beats the flavor of Bojangles Juicy Golden Supremes, especially when they're part of a perfect combo with 4 boldly seasoned chicken Supremes, a made-from-scratch biscuit, fixin', and some legendary iced tea. The only thing that can satisfy your hunger is that delicious southern flavor. So when the craving is supreme, order ahead on our app and put the pedal to the metal. It's bow time.
Hey, Eastern North Carolina, Mike from SCI Technologies. Got summer travel plans, beach trips, long weekends, time away from home? Before you leave, make sure everything back at home is ready to go.
Imagine this. You're relaxing, miles away, and your phone buzzes. Not a surprise, not a panic, just a quick check-in. With SCI, you can arm your system, view your cameras, and get real-time alerts right from your phone.
So instead of worrying, just tap, check, and get back to your vacation. Because security isn't when everything goes right. It's for the moment something doesn't. SCI Technologies, protecting what matters, no matter where you are.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
This is Dr. Anthony Skalick from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes of ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com and go Pirates!
The new Papa John's oven toasted sandwiches are here. Try the Philly cheesesteak, chicken bacon ranch, and steak and mushroom starting at just $7.99. Chef-crafted oven toasted sandwiches filled with fresh toppings, melty sharp cheese, and savory sauces on ciabatta bread, brushed with special garlic sauce, and toasted. Available for pickup or delivery. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards and start earning points for your favorite menu items. Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination is here. It's Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, a brand new state-of-the-art outdoor amphitheater with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive away right off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids.
On June 19th, country hitmaker Cole Swindell brings his chart-topping catalog to the stage. Don't miss a night of high-energy country music at Carolina Crossroads. For tickets, visit carolinacrossroadsamp.com.
If you're looking to make someone's day a little sweeter, Nothing Bundt Cakes has the perfect treat. From our bite-sized buntinis to our delicious 8 and 10-inch bundt cakes, every cake is baked fresh daily and topped with our signature cream cheese frosting. Birthdays, celebrations, office treats, or just because. There's always a reason for a bundt cake. Come see us in Greenville in the Law Promenade Shopping Center near Longhorn and let us help you share a little joy, one bundt at a time. Nothing Bundt Cakes. Make life a little sweeter every day.
This is Jeremy Lewis, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you in the market for a member-focused local credit union or making a switch from your existing one? Then explore First Flight Credit Union with branches across Eastern North Carolina where all residents are membership eligible. First Flight members experience in-person service, competitive savings and loan rates, everything from automobile, boat, and home loans. First Flight has you covered. Stop by one of their local branches today or visit efirstflight.com. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Now let's head back into, and by the way, congratulations to Brian Walsh of Greenville, our winner for our 2 for Tuesday giveaway. Tickets to any Down East Bird Dogs game, and I believe he got Chico's?
Chico's.
Shrimp
tacos.
Yes.
Yep.
Do we just become best friends?
Yes.
That's what to go to as well.
That's so good.
That Chico's.
I had, when I was in Raleigh today, I was just riding around. I was trying to go find some places. I don't know if I could say the places up there that can't be like Snoopy's. I went by. I was like, there's too many people there. And just went in. I saw a Jersey Mike's. I was like, let's go there. And there was no parking. So I just went a little bit down in the building. They had this like taco truck in a building place. And it was amazing. I got a torta. And it was great. It was one of the better lunches I've had in a long time, gentlemen.
All right. Good story.
A lot of jalapenos on that thing.
Good
Dang right.
So, Brandon, when you go to a place, though, you like to kind of find the hole in the wall or the food truck or something?
Yeah, I like the hole in the wall. Like
the
we used to like
popular place.
I like the places you go to. Some of these like Ocracoke. Like everybody's ever been Ocracoke's ever had Eduardo's Tacos and things like he retired recently, but man, it's just a little hole in the wall place. It's been there and everybody loves it and it's great. I mean, sort of like Hollywood. We grew up on places like Hollywood. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's great.
Brandon, can the Pirates get in the field of 64 without winning the tournament championship?
Yes.
How many wins do they need for you to feel comfortable?
2.
Okay, that's pretty much the consensus.
Yeah.
Win Friday, win Saturday, get to the championship.
Win at all cost.
Well,
I'm not saying, let's hold back some pitching for the championship. No, you got to win.
Yeah.
You win when you win. Like the coach and the water boy say, you live, play another day. I mean, just go do it. Just get out there. Play Pirate base. Play like you did last weekend. Play like you got something to prove to everybody like Pirate baseball should play.
Bryce, have we talked about ECU Alabama kickoff time? Was that announced when you were here last week? I don't think it was.
It was. No, it was announced. We just didn't talk about it because we just had other stuff more important.
Mm-hmm. What's more important than the season opening game against Alabama? Pirates
your tickets?
tied.
Yeah, I won't be going there.
National TV.
I'll have like a 2 month.
You can put her in your pocket and bring her in.
Yeah, I might get a free seat for that one. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna run that by the wire.
Bryce, you will have to get your rabbit ears out. It's on ABC.
Oh gosh.
No Plus, no 2, no ESPN. American Broadcasting Company.
Well, hot dog.
The perks of playing the SEC.
Yeah.
Are all those games on basic TV? Like all SEC games on ABC?
No, you got ESPN, you got SEC Network, you got all kinds of stuff.
All right. I mean,
I should have ABC in some form or fashion.
Channel 12.
Oh, okay.
you know, like your three basic channels. And well, now Fox. I say now Fox. For the last 40 years, Fox, NBC, CBS, ABC.
Yeah. What channel? So you remember, depending on what side of county you were on, Fox was either like 14 or
2, right?
Yeah.
Channel 9, Channel 7.
We didn't grow up with the silver spoons in our mouth.
No,
but Daddy had a TV though. Alabama, week 1. What a way to start it! But if you can,
Alabama.
If you survive that one, then you've got the
App State.
What's Zach Kaplan's word? Fulcrum. The Fulcrum game. The game that decides it. The game that decides the season. App State at East Carolina. They have beat us 3 times in a row, and I'm sick of it. They have beat us here. They've beat us there. They've beat us in Charlotte.
Dang.
Well, I was talking to a former Pirate football player this morning while I was picking up a bagel. And he says, do not be surprised if ECU beats Alabama.
Okay. I'm
Mark Washington. This is from Mark Washington.
I'm going to be not only surprised, I'm going to be shocked. I will do some crazy stuff for that to happen. You want to shave my head?
Tony Collins guarantees going?
Yeah, I mean,
I will jump into Tar River butt naked. I mean, what was the deal with that? Why was he always naked?
He had a nice body. I think Troy kind of steered him to that too.
I mean,
if you listen closely.
Tony, if you're listening,
Who's our quarterback?
Troy had him kiss his feet one time, and Troy enjoyed that way too much.
And he showed up in a bra. You remember that?
Oh,
yeah, I remember that
bra.
one. Yeah,
I got a picture with.
I like the shave the head thing.
I mean, I'll do whatever. Like, what would you guys do for an ECU win over Alabama?
Will you wear a Mets jersey?
Yes. We're talking about ECU winning at Alabama. It's
Bryce, what are we doing?
It's not going to happen. But if it does, I'm going to do some outrageous stuff. And
what is your chance of happening?
I mean, they play 100 times. The Pirates win 1 time.
Okay, Rick Moranis.
1%.
We play.
What is that, Little Giants? All right. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
No, he said that was his speech. If we play them 99 times out of 100 and they beat us, there's that one chance.
Well, that's my speech before the game. I mean, Bryce is a former player. He thinks the Pirates can win. What's your percentage of ECU winning?
I'm not good with
Bryce has picked ECU to win every game. Did you pick him to beat Michigan that year? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What was their their recruiting class and portal pickup? Do they have a great portal? They lost their starting quarterback, right?
Yeah, I don't even know who their quarterback is.
I mean, we don't know a lot about them at all. We know that their coach isn't well liked down there because he's not Nick Saban. I mean,
I think there's a chance. I'm thinking we're going to win. You never know. I mean, that's my mentality.
Sure, that's.
I mean, obviously,
Clip wants to cuss at us right now.
No, I don't. I want everybody to feel the way they want to feel. Yeah. And Bryce, as a former player, never went into a game thinking he was going to lose, and that's how you should be.
Yep.
I mean, Bryce was on good teams. I wonder what the biggest underdog y'all were in games. Maybe like 2012.
I'd be curious. Who's a statistician in our group? I mean, you're pretty good at stats.
So, like 2012, I was going to bring this up because when you played App State, it's a lot different now.
Yeah, we beat them then.
So this was the Rio DeShane game, I guess, 48-10.
South Carolina.
Lost to South Carolina.
God, that one.
God, I got tired. I was there, and I got tired of hearing that thing and I was with some South Carolina people. God,
this was before you started, probably. But
yeah,
you were on the team.
I was on the team,
and you thought y'all were going to win that game.
You had the borderline mullet.
Come on, man, it was the flow.
So Brandon, you think ECU has a chance to win?
I do think they have a chance to win.
All right, what's your percentage?
I'm going 25%.
So 1 out of every 4 ECU Alabama games
this year. If they played 4 times this year,
like
ECU
Dr. Strange's universes.
Yeah, this year
ECU wins 1 out of 4
this year,
and they win 25 out of 100, just whooping up on Bama. Bam, bam. Who's our starting quarterback, by the way?
Don't care.
Exactly.
Don't care.
Who's our quarterback?
I know.
We got guys.
We got guys. We got guys.
No, but what I'm saying is we have a team that plays together right now that are family. I mean,
we have guys.
Give me a minute in there, Shirley.
We have guys and we have a team. Okay, what else?
Don't. She's looking for something to click in. Look at her. She's like,
Shirley's itching. She's got her.
She's got her Rolodex of random quotes.
Cowards. Jamie says I would tattoo the score of the game on my body if ECU beats Alabama. Done.
That's a good one.
I don't have any tattoos. Will you join me in that?
No.
Where would you put the tattoo?
I'll just put it up here or somewhere.
Somewhere subtle.
Shirley's, what you got, Cheryl?
Not on my face or anything.
Would you put it underneath the Pirate logo?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
There's enough space right there.
Right there.
Right in between Jason's name and my logo.
Okay.
I don't think y'all understand what kind. This will be the biggest win in ECU football history. Y'all realize that, right?
I mean, it will be. And were you? Well, you weren't there, obviously. You didn't go to the one when we played the last time we played them in the late '90s.
No,
I was
listening to it on the radio.
I was there, and it was. They were worried. We had some little momentum. It wasn't for
They weren't.
They weren't. They've always been Alabama. I don't think they're as good as they were 5 years ago this year.
I agree.
We're hitting them on the downward slide of a daggone long run.
I need to talk to folks that were at the Miami game on the road when ECU went and won in the 90s.
In Raleigh?
No, not that one. The one where they won at Miami. Beat them down. Bad.
Was that 92?
No, I want to say 96, 97, somewhere in there. Let's see. ECU Miami football.
I didn't go to Miami.
History.
We used to go to a lot of games.
No, you don't.
Let's see.
I go to every single game.
No, yeah.
Give me some results.
True fan. How many games you go to, Bryce?
Now? A little low, but just get there. Different time of life.
It was 1996. East Carolina went to Miami and won 31-6.
Who was the Miami coach? Is that the bald-headed guy?
Well, it was not Jimmy Johnson.
I think I was.
What was his name?
Was it Butch Davis?
No, was it the guy that looked like Uncle Fester?
Larry Coker? Nah, he was later. Who was the coach was it Dennis Erickson? Miami Hurricanes football coaches. I'm going to go Dennis Erickson, Bob. Give me Dennis Erickson. Let's see, 1996, we go to... Damn, it was Butch Davis. Dennis Erickson left in 94. And then Larry Coker, Uncle Fester, took over after that. That could be considered one of the biggest upsets in ECU football history. It would be this Alabama game. Mike P is in on the tattoo bet. He said score, date, time. He's putting it all on his body.
Nice.
Can't believe you wouldn't do that, Brandon.
It's not a tattoo guy.
Your body's a temple.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not either, dude. I don't have a tattoo.
It looks like a Buddhist temple with the with the little pudgy guy, but yeah, it's a temple. Thanks, Shirley.
You got to do something, man.
Fat honky.
You got to give a sacrifice for this win to happen.
I'll give you a kid. One of them's mouthy. I mean, I'm down with that. I will sacrifice.
You won't get a tattoo, but you will give up a child.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
You wait. You'll get there. One of them can go at any point in time of your week. Like you don't when they get a little older. You're like, God, I just want to.
Bryce, you want to take a break? Do a quick segment.
Yeah, that works.
Let's do that. Let's take a break. We'll do a quick Pirate Radio Outdoors.
I got to roll.
B-Man's out.
Yeah. Appreciate it, guys. Go Pirates. Hey, congratulations to Anna Sawyer on a heck of a career. Saw her the other night. She's living life.
Yeah, we'll try to get her on the program.
Of course, the Queen of Greenville does it again.
The Queen of Greenville. Shirley's on it today.
She is on her game. She studied.
She's on her game. We've got Pirate Radio Outdoors when we return. We get some Big Rock talk here coming soon, B-Man and Bryce on Tuesdays. Back with you after this timeout.
Hey Birdland, head to Camden Yards on Saturday, May 23rd as the Orioles take on the Detroit Tigers. Be one of 15,000 fans to score Samuel Basayo's first ever MLB bobblehead. Presented by Giant Food. This is your chance to celebrate one of baseball's most exciting young stars and add a must-have collectible to your collection. Don't miss it. Get tickets at Orioles.com/tickets.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality, they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you. Humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
May is Celebration Month at Basil's in Greenville, and we're celebrating all ECU graduates. Stop in today and check out Basil's new specialty menu, packed with bold, flavorful dishes like shrimp tacos, taco salad, chipotle chicken pasta, and taco pizza. Plus, don't miss our weekly specials, $4.50 margaritas every Tuesday and $3 North Carolina craft beers on Wednesday. And of course, all your Basil's favorites are always available for lunch and dinner. Eat local, drink local at Basil's, your community restaurant and pizzeria on Fire Tower Road in Greenville. Pirates supporting Pirates.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children.
Hey everybody, this is Parker Bird. Visit our friends at Children's Health Services on Arlington Boulevard on 10th Street and at childrenshealthservices.org. Go Pirates.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
Chevrolet is the dealer to see for a car or a truck or an SUV. The best service and quality. That's the Phelps guarantee. Phelps Chevrolet, the name you can trust. Phelps Chevrolet, you can count on us. The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
It's time to shack things up at Burrito Shack. Whether you're craving bold burritos, tasty tacos, or crispy nachos, they got the flavor you're looking for. Made from scratch, chef-inspired, fresh Mex cuisine, served up with a side of laid-back beach vibes. Fast, fresh, and totally delicious, Burrito Shack is where flavor meets the coast. Located in the Lowe's Food Shopping Center in Winterville. Quick, crafted, coastal. Burrito Shack.
This is Josh Moylan, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Hey, Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with an unshakable foundation. At Unshakable Builders, they don't just build houses, they build trust. From blueprint to keys, their expert team is with you every step of the way. You dream it, they build it. Visit unshakablebuilders.com to start your journey home the right way. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, my Braves have only lost one series this entire baseball season. They're in danger of dropping 2 in a row to the Marlins. They're trailing 4-3 as they go to the 6th inning in Miami. on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. Tonight, Game 1, Eastern Conference Finals, Knicks and Cavs in New York. Game 1, Western Conference Finals in the NHL. Tomorrow night, it'll be the Avalanche taking on the Golden Knights. And then Thursday night, Carolina Hurricanes open up their series finally with the Canadiens. Let's go Pirate Radio Outdoors with Stroud's Marine. Sponsoring the segment. And Bryce, it is hot.
It is hotter than mule.
That is correct.
That.
So what does that mean for fishing? That change anything?
No, not too much. I mean, water temperature, I think, is probably still fairly, I say cool, but not cool. It's warming up. But shoot, the salinity and stuff's up. My buddy, they caught some bull drum. I mean, May picks up a little bit, but catching some bull drum, inshore, in the sound and stuff. So, or the river, you won't call it. So doing that. And the ocean, hopefully some cobia start showing up. Been talking to my buddy Jake. So just sort of trying to get a report for that. But outside of fishing, there's no hunting stuff.
Yeah.
But, I was on daddy duty all, for the weekend. So me and Davis went riding around the land, just more so leisure, outdoors, right? Rode through the property, just see how things are going. That's hopefully getting some land improvement soon, and played in the pond and all that stuff. So just a nice father-son moseying around in the outdoors.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Stroud's Marine's got it all, Bryce. Is there like one part or a part or two that you always have to fiddle with and get a new one? Or do you find yourself going back for a certain part?
A part? I mean, it depends on what it is. I mean, sometimes maybe your fuel pumps going out. Of course, there's the VST, which is another type of fuel issue. Probably your fuel stuff. I know there's like some stuff like your flywheel and things like that. Of course, that's more like maintenance stuff. Props, he's got a ton of props that can get dinged up, and you need to get those replaced. Your cowling can get cracked or fly off. But I tell you what, whatever it is, my bud's got it. So
Stroud's Marine, you can check out the awesome inventory online, see everything he has to offer and they have to offer at stroudsmarine.com. So any plans to get on the water this weekend, Bryce?
Oh, goodness, yeah. I plan on being on the water Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday in some form or fashion.
Great water weekend.
Yeah.
The welcome to kind of summer. And
yeah, definitely going to be nice.
Water times, Memorial Day. Good stuff. Enjoy it, Bryce.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And we'll check in with you again next week. We will take a break, come back, and have more for you. Pirate Radio Live. We'll have another look at the Bucs scoreboard. We'll do some On This Day, presented by Ron Ayers Motorsports. And we'll hear what Connor Norby had to say about his brother Ethan Norby and his Pirate teammates going to a Marlins game last night. Got that on the way. Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday after this.
Hey Pirate friends, it's Rhonda from Russell's, and we're back open with a whole new look. We have a ton of surprises for you to see, including our Johnny O's Shop and Shop. Our racks and shelves are fully stocked with all new spring and summer merchandise for both men and women. Make it a point to come by Russell's in downtown Washington to check out the new look, experience the same great customer service you've come to know, and see all the new quality clothing that you love. We can't wait to see our pirate friends and customers back at Russell's in downtown Washington.
Jeff Stein here, back at you from Brown & Wood Buick GMC. And check this out, Pirate fans. We got Envision, Buick, Encore GX, and Vistas and Enclaves, all at 0.9% and up to $2,250 off. For service, we've got buy 3 tires, get 1 for $1, only at Brown & Wood Buick GMC. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer. Only at Brown & Wood, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. With 2 great locations already serving our community, Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And we're growing. A brand new location is coming soon on Highway 11 right across from Aiken Crifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
Looking for a zero-turn mower? Buy what the pros buy, where the pros buy at Ron Ayers Motorsports, your local authorized Hustler dealer. Shop the full lineup of Hustler residential zero-turn mowers, known for their reliability, speed, and heavy-duty build quality. Hustler mowers all feature thick fabricated decks, one-piece steel frames, and Hustler's trademark smooth track steering. Come see us today at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Looking for a night out that's a little different? At Encino Mexican Steakhouse. Bold Mexican flavors meet premium steakhouse tradition. Sink your knife into perfectly cooked, hand-cut steaks. Savor rich, authentic dishes inspired by Mexican culinary heritage and pair it all with a handcrafted cocktail. Encino Mexican Steakhouse, where Mexican flavor meets steakhouse perfection. On Memorial Drive in Greenville or online at encinorestaurant.com.
In Beaufort County, success is built together. The Washington Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce connects leaders, supports local businesses, and helps our community thrive. From networking to community events, the Chamber is building a stronger Beaufort County every day. Get involved, grow your network, and help shape the future of beautiful Washington.
For more information on the Washington Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce, including future events and membership, visit wbcchamber.com.
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? Call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting pirates.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
This is former ECU baseball player and mayor of Greenville, PJ Connolly, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a down day for the market today. The Dow was down 322 points and closed at 49,363. NASDAQ was down 220 points and ended the day at 25,870. The S&P was down 49 and closed at 7,353. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
All right, Marlins and Braves are tied in the bottom of the sixth inning, 4-4. Last night, it was all Miami Marlins. It was 12-0. Miami all over Atlanta, and the ECU baseball team was there. Cliff Godwin, Ethan Norby there to check out his brother Connor Norby, who had a hit and 2 runs scored. And Connor talked after the game to a reporter about his brother and East Carolina being there. Let's hear that, Shirley.
Your brother's here with the East Carolina baseball team, and I asked him what his relationship is like with you, and he said, you're the reason why he plays baseball. He said the first words out of your mouth was ball. What does that mean to you?
I mean, yeah, like our relationship has grown a ton over the last couple years, and
Obviously, he's the little brother. We still fight, and I'm super excited and proud of him always. He's got big things coming for him, and it was cool to see him, cool to see the whole team and all the coaches and just everybody. It's a big East Carolina travels well, and they always have and they always will, and that place will always hold a special spot in my heart.
All right, great stuff there from Connor Norby after the win last night over the Braves, and his bro and teammates were there to see it. I texted Ethan Norby and said, tell Ozzy Albies I said what's up. And guess what Ethan sent back to me?
Did he send a picture of him and Ozzy to you?
No, Shirley, he didn't send me anything. He ghosted me.
Oh.
It's a sad story, isn't it?
I was hoping for a little bit of a better outcome than that.
It's a terrible outcome. I'm sad. It makes me sad. I got ghosted.
I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't realize I didn't participate in the bit. I don't know.
I'll get over it. All right, let's do some On This Day in Sports, brought to you by Ron Ayers Motorsports Superstore. We need more jingles back in commercials.
Yes, we do.
Victor, on this day in 2024, this club beat West Ham to become the first team to win the Premier League title 4 consecutive seasons. On this day in 2024.
Simple. Manchester City FC.
Correct. Victor,
Yes,
on
sir.
this day in 2018, the English FA Cup final. Chelsea beat Manchester City 1-0, and this Belgian scored the goal for Chelsea. I don't know if that...
Eden Hazard?
Yes!
Yeah!
Victor is a beast.
Let's go!
At football trivia.
You mean soccer trivia?
That's phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
Let's do another one.
Okay.
Can you go back to the 2012 Champions League final?
Oh, that's my favorite memory because I'm a Chelsea fan. But let's do it.
All right, who'd you beat?
We beat Bayern Munich and Allianz Arena. They are home turf. Yes, Thomas Müller scored in the 83rd minute and DJ Drogba equalized in the 88th minute. The game went to overtime and then the penalties.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's tremendous. Yeah. So where were you in 2012?
Oh, I was in my city. It's called Aba, ABA, in eastern Nigeria. And the way the timing works.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, it was like at night. It was like the games are like 8 p.m.-ish. And mind you, to be able to get the games affordably, you'd have to tune into like Al Jazeera, the like Arabic station. So sometimes we don't hear a thing. And it's in Arabic, yeah Allah, something like that.
Wow.
It's insane, but yeah, it was crazy.
Man, you're more Didier Drogba.
Yep.
Is that how you say it?
Ivory Coast, yeah.
2007 English FA Cup final.
Oh, man.
Chelsea beat Man United. Drogba scored in the 116th minute. So a lot of soccer. It's all soccer and hockey, and I don't have anybody to ask. Oh, Shirley, here we go. Let's see if you can.
Finally.
Let's see if you can recall this name.
I'm going to play a game, and I've been sitting on the sidelines. Put me in, Coach.
On this day in 1994.
1994. All right, the year after I graduated high school.
This American tennis star, at the time 18 years old, a female, checked into drug rehab. Do you remember the young female tennis star?
Oh, my word.
When I say it, you'll know the name, but is it going to come to you before I say it?
I'll tell you who my first thought is, but I don't think it's her. But my first thought was Anna Kournikova.
Nope, she was a little later. Jennifer Capriati.
Jennifer Capriati. She was the one with the nutso dad.
And was the champion when she was like 15 or 16 or something.
Yeah.
And checked into drug rehab at the age of 18.
Well, unfortunately, the pressures of fame.
Victor, do you know the greatest hockey player of all time?
Nah, I don't. I can't even try.
All right, Shirley, on this day in 1984, he scored twice as Edmonton beat the Islanders to win the cup.
Would that be the great one?
The great one, Wayne
Gretzky.
Gretzky.
Is he American or no?
No.
That sounds European.
Canadian, I believe.
Canadian, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oddly looks weirdly like Dan Quayle.
All right.
Well, by the way, just before you say that, Arsenal just won the league an hour ago. You know, I don't know.
Shout
Did you
out,
say Arsenal?
Yeah, Arsenal.
Shout out Zach.
I thought you said SNL, and I went the wrong way in that conversation direction.
Shirley, on this day in 1973, this horse won the Preakness, the fastest Preakness race ever, and this horse is up there with like best.
I only know one name, Secretariat.
And that is correct.
Yeah, I was going to say I know nothing about horse racing.
You know that, and that's all you need to know.
I mean, the only other
anyway.
thing that I know about horse racing is that one scene from, oh no, what's the name of that movie?
Well, turns out you don't know it.
No, Chris Rock voices the zebra.
What?
It's a racing. It's about horse racing.
I don't know what
but
you're
it's a
talking
zebra that turns into a horse racer. Jamie, you know what I'm talking about.
A horse racer.
Yeah, but it's a kids movie, obviously, and it's voiced by Chris Rock.
Okay.
Because at one point they're racing, and I want to say it was Chris Rock, but anyway, and you have to see.
Oh my God, I don't know where we are right now.
My brain. Well, you know what happened? Train of thought jumped the tracks. No survivors. Sorry.
Who's the horse they made a movie about?
It's the wonderful things he does.
No.
Maybe it was David Spade that was the voice.
Well, I always get David Spade and Chris Rock mixed up. They're
Well,
so
because
similar.
now I'm thinking of Chris Rock from Madagascar. Madagascar? Yeah. Wasn't he like a...
This has been On This Day in Sports. Brought to you by Ron Ayers Motorsports.
I don't like this game.
And On This Day in Zebra Racing.
Somebody out there knows what I'm talking about. I'm going to have to Google it.
But you won't find them here.
Well, I'm sure.
Mr. I am talking about Chris Rock.
I'm going to go home and find a good zebra racing movie tonight.
No, I want you to go home and just have Judy do that to you. For the rest of the night.
Sorry, I have no clue what you're talking about. Now, that is it for today's program. Appreciate it, Shirley, Victor, Avery. We will see you fine folks tomorrow, 3 o'clock. All new edition of Pirate Radio Live. More Canes hockey talk with Wade Mentor, PA announcer at the Lenovo Center. We'll talk to Ken Watlington right before his UNCW baseball team plays a winner go home game, so that'll be fun. And more coming up on Wednesday's show, Donnell, and more. We'll talk to you then. For the crew on Clip Rock, Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville.